a high pop-up, shallow right field. Jericho Willie calling for it, then backs out of the way. Ayla Gert slides in and makes the play in right center field. Back-to-back outstanding plays by Gert, robbing Sodawasser of a base hit, and the Eagles go down in order. So Garnett Najenko, who flew out to center field, is up to bat, and she rips one down the left field line. That's a base hit, and it's going to head towards the corner. It's extra bases. Wickner at third base. They're going to wave her around, and the ball is cut off, and it gets by the third baseman in Patino. It is backed up by Reimer, who comes in from first base and fields it in the center circle, but it's a double. It's an RBI for Najenko as they score a run, what ends up being an error on the throw-in. Full count, 3-2 pitch, and Ostrander lines it to the shortstop. Wickner gets it on the hop, comes to the plate. The throw there, it is dropped, then recovered, and tagging the runner out is Najenko. Najenko dropped the ball, but she had the plate blocked, and a great play by Wickner, throwing a strike to Najenko. Out number 2, tagged out at the plate here in the 5th inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and lifts that ball into shallow right field. It's a base hit, falls in front of Willie, and then it scoots by her. Scoring from third is Ostrander. Sodawasser waved around from second. She'll score standing up. It's a base hit, 2 RBIs for Carly Willie. The pitcher helps herself out, and the Eagles lead 3-1. Bulldogs down to their final strike. Hendrickson hits a bouncing ball right back to the mound. One hopper to Carly Willie, who fields it, throws a strike over to Reimer, and that's the third out of the inning. MFL Marmac and Clayton Ridge battle, but it is Clayton Ridge winning by a final score of 3-1. Carly Willie tosses a 2-hitter, also drives in 2 runs, and the Eagles pick up their first win of the season. They win by a final score of 3-1. The best baseball and softball action is on KEDR.
Boisier Lumber Company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel garage doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Boisier Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Boisier Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, for Midland overhead doors sales and service.
It's Upper Iowa Conference softball tonight on KEDR. In our featured matchup, Clayton Ridge is at Central. The Eagle Girls coming off a doubleheader sweep of MFL Marmac. They hope to keep their winning streak going. For Central, they are winless through their first 4 games, but they have played a solid early schedule. They look to continue to improve and get victory number 1. We'll bring you game 1 of 2, Clayton Ridge and Central. Today's On Deck show coming up next on KEDR AM 1400 and FM 96.7.
If you feel lost in the big chain store pharmacies, take the time to stop into Nightingale Drug and visit with us about our services such as one-on-one consulting, free local delivery, competitive pricing with most insurance plans, and Medicare accepted. We'll make the transition quick and easy for you. Come to the people you know and trust. Nightingale Drug and Gift Shop, your small-town, family-friendly business with locations in Guttenberg, Postville, and Waukon. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams this summer. It's always a great time to watch a ball game and enjoy the weather at your local high school ball diamond. We have exciting news. Dr. Chase Bruner and Dr. Daphne Hayfler, University of Iowa graduates, will be joining our team at Family Dentistry this August. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Eagle Warrior Softball is brought to you in part by Rivertown Family Dentistry, Dr. Alicia Waukee in Guttenberg, TD Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Elkader, David Balls, agent for Balls Insurance Agency in Elkader, Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, and Myers Auto Service in Monona. We begin the On Deck show this afternoon. We're joined by Clayton Ridge softball coach Ben Backus. Coach, your team now 2-2, 2-0 in the conference. Good start in conference play. You swept MFL Marmac last Wednesday. Tell me about those games.
Yeah, we did a pretty good job overall within those two games against MFL. Infield was almost near perfect, which is awesome. That's kind of the first time this season we played pretty well there. Pitching was wonderful. Carly was able to hit the corners, kind of have a good change of speed there, so that was really good. And then bats, we're able to make a lot of good contact. Maybe didn't place the ball in the right position that we wanted to, but overall we played almost near perfect, and it was a really good win for both of us.
All right, let's talk about your team offensively to this point of the season. Who continues to contribute for you offensively?
Yeah, we have we got about 3 juniors that are going to be our leaders in the hitting station. Lola Reimer has 2 doubles this year, which is really awesome. Amira Millard, kind of our power hitter, also has 2 doubles this year. And then Audrey Ostrander is really helping a lot with the single at-bat, so she's doing wonderful there. And then Alyssa Sotawasser has actually done a really nice job, too. Has a lot of singles and doubles, and their batting average is pretty good for the most part, so they're doing wonderful at the at-bats.
All right, let's talk about pitching-wise. Who are you looking to throw in game number 1 today?
Carly Willie's going to start our first game against Central. She did a wonderful job against MFL, again, hitting the corners, changing up her change-up speed, throwing the fastballs really well. So we're going to continue with her, and she's doing a wonderful job, so we're hoping that continues.
Turning our attention to Central, what do you know about the Warriors?
Yeah, so I think this is probably one of the first teams we played against that are the same age almost. I see that they only have 1 senior, 1 junior, and the rest I think are sophomore, freshman, 8th graders. So it's kind of nice that we're going to play almost the same age here. I know they kind of rotate between 3 pitchers, it looks like. Got a senior and got 2 8th graders, so I assume that we'll see both of them. And then hitting-wise, it looks like they're able to hit a few times, so we're just got to be prepared for that when that happens in the game.
Keys in the ball game for Clayton Ridge, then, what do you have to do?
Yeah, I think it starts with the infield, just making sure we can back up our pitcher. Again, if we can limit our errors, that's awesome. Again, with us being a young team, if something bad happens, sometimes we can hang our head. So if we can come out right away in the game near perfect, that'd be awesome. Tonight, I want to make sure that we are able to hit the ball in the right position or gap or area. Again, MFL, we hit the ball contact-wise pretty well, but we worked on some hitting drills and everything, keeping the shoulders level and whatnot, just to make sure that we're able to drive that ball a little more out instead of up. So making sure that we hit and contact the ball really well. And then, again, with high school softball, it all starts with pitching. So hopefully Carly can continue her really awesome groove. If she can do that, I'm really confident tonight.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you in between games.
Awesome. Thanks, Dan.
Clayton Ridge softball coach Ben Backus on his Eagle team. The On Deck show continues after this. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
It's pretty unusual for a bank to be 100% employee-owned, and Freedom Bank wouldn't have it any other way. Employee-owned means we're not just your bank, we're your friends and neighbors. We value being active community partners, and we believe in donating generously to local causes. We empower success, not just for our customers, but for our communities as well. Visit Freedom Bank in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Walk-On, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC.
You love your business. You put everything into it, nurtured it so it grow into the pride and joy it's become. It's only natural that you want to protect it with the right insurance. An insurance policy from West Bend is the best way to keep it happy, healthy, and profitable. We'll wrap it in the cozy warmth of the silver lining. To find out how West Bend can protect your business, contact Michael Beck, agent with Gifford Insurance Agency in Elkader at 245-1360.
No trip to Northeast Iowa is complete without a visit to the Turkey River Mall in Elkader. Browse and shop through 4 levels with over 14,000 square feet of purely unique shopping. You'll discover an eclectic mix of old and new, including antiques, jewelry, high-end and resale clothing for kids and adults, furniture, art, books, toys, crafts, rocks and minerals, and think custom apparel. Visit our updated website at turkeyrivermall.com or like and share our Facebook page.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
Eagle Warrior Softball is brought to you in part by Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Agent Lanny Keel, your New York Life Insurance Company agent in Garnavillo, Clayton County Recycling in Monona, Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, member FDIC, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, Carr Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com, Bacon Concrete in Postville, and Furniture Showcase in Oldwine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. We begin the On Deck Show. We're joined by Central softball coach Abby Kummer. Coach, your team coming off a doubleheader loss to Lansing Key High. Tell me about those two games.
So the first game started out honestly pretty rough. We started an 8th grader pitching, and they just got some good hits off of us. And offensively, we really couldn't get much bats going. So it was pretty rough game overall, but the second game was much better. We defensively, we had Ashton Sharp pitching a lot better production there, and but we struggled offensively on our bats. So it was definitely a learning curve there, but we are definitely looking forward to learning about those two games and just moving forward overall.
Sure. All right, let's talk about offensively. Who are some of the kids contributing for you offensively?
Yeah, for sure. Ashton Sharp, our senior, she's leading in hits right now. So we definitely look towards her to kind of get things going. And we also have Gracie Kennecker. She follows right behind in that 4 spot. She's got a couple RBIs for us. And our lone junior, Reese, she starts off our lineup. Reese Burns, and she's really good with watching the ball all the way in and making smart decisions when she's at the plate. So I'd say those 3 upperclassmen really get things going for us.
All right, let's talk about pitching-wise. Who do you look to throw in game number 1 today?
We're looking towards Ashlyn Sharp, our senior. Beginning of the season, we really didn't have her pitching much, but she kind of stepped up these last few games, and we'll have her throwing these first pitches most likely.
Okay, now let's talk about Clayton Ridge. What do you know about the Eagles?
I know they're a fairly young team, kind of just like us. I don't think they have a senior at all. A lot of juniors and 8th graders, so I feel like they're kind of in the same boat as like a young team. I know they just came off a couple wins against MFL, so they're definitely a strong team and definitely not going to be an easy team to go against. So we just need to come prepared and do the best we can.
All right, for Central, keys in the ball game for the Warriors then, what do you want to see?
I just would like to see defensively limit some errors. That's what kind of got us this last couple games, were some errors. So I'd like to see some hustle and effort there just to try to limit those as much as possible. And offensively, I just think we need to get on the bats right away. We like to wait to get going and get on base after a couple innings, and I don't think we can keep doing that, so we just need to get on that top of that right away.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you in between games. Good luck to you.
Hi, this is Tara Fink, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. Helping people, bottom line, is the biggest reason I chose a career in mental health. During my own struggles, it was difficult to find good support in this area. Therefore, I vowed to come back home to help meet the great need for mental health care in Northeast Iowa. I'm available for consultations at both the Walk-On and Postville Clinic locations, offering assessment, diagnosis, and medication management for all mental illnesses.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what they do at Clayton Drug, now offering free delivery of prescriptions to the Monona area. To find out more, call 563-245-2530. Clayton Drug can help you transfer your prescriptions quickly and easily to their pharmacy. Clayton Drug is committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve all in between.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk-On.
Hey, sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
At Almakee Clayton REC, we provide more than energy. We also provide ideas to help keep you safe, especially during planting season. If your equipment contacts a power line, back away. When you can't back away, call or radio for help. If you must jump clear of the equipment, do not touch the ground and the equipment at the same time. Report potential power line hazards today. At Almakee Clayton REC, we care about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connections. Almakee Clayton REC, your touchdown energy cooperative.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Eagle Warrior Softball is brought to you in part by Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, Growl Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, the Lowena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona, and Waukon, and Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. This is KEDR Elkader, Iowa. Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? Dan Barons along with Coach Mike Sass. We welcome you to Elkader, Dittmer Field in Elkader. And our matchup tonight, it is Clayton Ridge and taking on Central in softball tonight in the Upper Iowa Conference. Both these teams nearly identical age-wise, as I'm joined once again by Coach Mike Sass.
Yeah, should be a good game here. Two really, really young teams. We did get to see Clayton Ridge last week, and this will be our first look at Elkader.
All right, for Clayton Ridge, they come in 2-2. They are 2-0 in the conference. You mentioned we saw them last Wednesday night, and is best the ball that they've played. Beat MFL Marmac 3-1. Got good pitching, timely hitting in that ball game. Then won game 2 9-4. So they are off to a 2-0 start in the conference. And as a young team, confidence is huge.
Yeah, that can be big. Young teams, they can can be up and down, and you get on an upswing, you want to ride that a little bit.
And for Central, finding their way early this season, both these teams with first-year head coaches. Again, Ben Backus for Clayton Ridge and Abby Comer for Central, who just played a couple of years ago for the Warriors. They are 0-6. They are 0-2 in the conference, and they dropped their first conference doubleheader to Keyhigh. They didn't score in either ball game, and part of the learning curve for a young team still trying to find its way.
Yeah, absolutely. Young teams, they can struggle to hit early, and I think that's kind of what's going on with Central Decatur right now.
And for Central, still kind of searching as far as pitching-wise, because they'll throw Ashlyn Sharp, who's done some pitching periodically throughout the last few years, but they're going to lean on her a little bit more, especially early this season, to get the start, because they've got a couple of 8th graders in Tenley Borman and Blair Scharf that have also logged some innings, so this is kind of working their way through pitching-wise. That's where it's got to start for Central.
Yeah, talking about how young they are, just another example there, and yeah, Ashlyn Sharf's going to have to be big for Central. On the pitching mound and at the plate, I think.
Yeah, she's kind of led them offensively. Pitching-wise this year, 0-2, has thrown over 7 innings, allowed 12 hits, but walked 17 and struck out 4. So that's the problem right now for Central, is they have walked a total of 47 batters and have struck out 10. So again, this is about learning to throw strikes, especially with the young kids.
Yeah, you got to throw strikes. We talk about that every time we're on the air, high school baseball or softball. Those free passes really, really come back to hurt you.
For Clayton Ridge, they feel that they have found their pitcher in Carly Willie. She was strong the other night, again allowing just 1 run. She gets the start for Clayton Ridge. She comes in as throwing 9 innings, now giving up a number of hits, but the big thing is she has only walked 2. So again, maybe 1 or 2 walks a ball game. She's making teams put the ball into play, and then you've just got to play defense.
Yeah, I thought she did an outstanding job against MFL Marmac. Not what you'd call an overpowering pitcher, but she did a nice job hitting her spots, changing speed, got her change up across, and just really did a nice job keeping the Bulldogs off balance the other night.
All right, offensively, Amira Millard leading Clayton Ridge. She had 3 RBIs through the first couple of games for them. This is a team that is getting production from their lineup. Lola Reimer at the number 5 spot has a couple of doubles. So the heart of the lineup doing the job for Clayton Ridge offensively.
Yeah, and I think they've got some good speed at the top, and I think, if I remember correctly last week, the bottom of their lineup produced or maybe scored. I don't know if they had the RBIs, but I think they scored. They
started the rally for them.
Yeah.
And that was in the 5th inning. Kira Felder, Alyssa Willie, and Bryn Meyer make up the 7, 8, and 9 spots in their lineup. But again, the top of the lineup for them, Audrey Ostrander and Alyssa Sodawasser, put the ball on the ground and do some running.
Yeah, they've got good speed up there. Probably going to test Central Decatur catcher as well.
For Central, we mentioned this is a team led by Ashlyn Sharp offensively. She's off to a good start this season. 4 of 15, not a bad start at all, but this is a team still looking for things offensively. Got some young kids in the lineup. For them, it has to do with Reese Barnes and also Oakley Armstrong. A couple of more experienced players, even though they're still young, as the 1 and 2 hitters with Sharp batting 3rd.
Yeah, those top 3 really got to produce for them. That's where their experience is. The bottom of the order, still gaining experience, still learning how to hit at the varsity level. So they really need those top 3 to come through for them.
Let's run down the lineups for both these teams. First off, for Clayton Ridge, Audrey Ostrander, the center fielder, bats leadoff. Alyssa Sodawasser, the left fielder, bats 2nd. Carly Willie, the pitcher, bats 3rd. Amira Millard, the catcher, bats cleanup. Lola Reimer, the first baseman, bats 5th. Malia Patino, the third baseman, batting 6th. Kira Felder, the second baseman, bats 7th. Alyssa Willie is the shortstop, batting 8th. And Bryn Meyer is the DH, batting in the number 9 position. Hayden Reimer playing right field, a young 8th grader, as the number 10 position in that lineup. Again, Clayton Ridge 2-2, 2-0 in the conference. For Central, Reese Barnes, the shortstop, bats leadoff. Oakley Armstrong, the center fielder, bats 2nd. Ashlyn Sharf is the pitcher. She'll bat 3rd. Gracie Kenneker batting cleanup and doing the catching. Blake Sharf, the first baseman, a 8th grader, batting in the number 5 spot. We see that Crystal Goodrich, third base, batting 6th. Peyton Stanner, the second baseman, bats 7th. Audrey Paulus, the left fielder, bats 8th. And Aiden Schutte, the right fielder, plays position number 9 and bats at number 9 in the lineup. So Central comes in 0-6. And again, they are 0-2 in the conference. Let's start on the mound. Let's start with strikes first off.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a big key for both teams. We saw Willie for Clayton Ridge do a nice job of that last week, and that's going to be big for Ashlyn Sharf to start throwing some strikes early.
The big thing is defensively for both these teams. We mention this all the time, but it's just about making the routine plays what you have to do.
Yeah, and again, Clayton Ridge did that in that game we had with them last week, so they're going to look to do that again, and And in Central, the same thing. We talk about walks hurting you, but errors, same thing. You cannot let people get those free bases.
And all of a sudden what happens is maybe a 1-run or 2-run inning becomes 5 or 6 runs in an inning, and both these teams just not strong enough offensively to overcome that against the good teams anyway.
Exactly, yeah. You take those runs where you can get them, and those can be big in these types of games.
And our umpires for tonight's ball game, Joe Gibbs, we had him the other night in Garnavillo, and Dennis Sandler is our umpires for tonight's ball game. What else do you expect to see out of this ball game tonight? Both teams being aggressive on the base paths?
Yeah, I think so. We thought we'd see that last week, and I think we'll see it again tonight. Millard, I think, has a good arm for Clayton Ridge, but probably going to test her, and when I think especially the top of the order of Clayton Ridge is going to probably test, is it Gracie Kennecker, the catcher for Central?
Yes, that's correct.
So, yeah, I think we will see a little bit of that, especially at the top of each of these orders if they're able to get on base.
And now it is an absolute beautiful night here at Dittmer Field as the Dittmer Sports Complex. We're at the softball field, the baseball field. I believe they're playing a game there tomorrow night. But our game time temperature in the lower 70s. The flag in center field just barely moves as this is a well set up park. 180 down the lines, 210 to straightaway center field. Last year when these two teams played in a ball game we did was a high-scoring ball game. I believe it was 8-7, the final score that Central beat Clayton Ridge in game number 1, and that was a home run fest.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we saw 3 or 4 home runs in that game, which is unusual, but a couple of those girls for Central were gone. I think possibly Ashlyn Sharp had one in that game, so she's back. So maybe we'll see some fireworks again out here tonight.
Yeah, she would be the one that has home run potential for Central in their lineup. Otherwise, for the most part, this is a team playing base to base. Not a lot of extra base hits for both these teams this season, though we did mention that Reimer has a couple of doubles there, Millard as well for Clayton Ridge. Otherwise, they're station to station teams.
Yeah, gonna put the ball on the ground, use their speed to go base to base.
All right, so we're getting ready for the announcement of the starting lineups, but they're having some problems with the PA system, so there's a bit of a delay before we get to the starting lineups for this ball game tonight. Central and Clayton Ridge playing in the conference. What we've seen in the conference right now is it is wide open in the conference, with West Central and North Fayette Valley splitting the other night.
Yeah, we thought North Fayette Valley might be one of the favorites, but West Central played them to 2 extra inning games, and they split those games. I think, and even though Clayton Ridge swept MFL Marmac, they were close games. So I kind of think anyone can beat anyone depending on the night in the softball part of the conference.
Yeah, the conference is wide open. I mean, this is a case that I don't think anybody's going to run the slate in the Upper Iowa Conference this year going undefeated.
Yeah, it could be interesting. We could get in that last week or two, and you could have 5-6 teams still alive, I think.
And we'll have to see how things play out. We know that Southwind and Turkey Valley, kind of all these teams in the similar situations, not a lot of senior-dominated teams. North Fayette Valley probably a little more experienced than a lot of teams, but there's just lots of teams that, and I think Coach Ben Back has said it best, we're finally playing a team that's our age tonight.
Yeah, a lot of youth in the conference. I don't think there's any dominant pitchers. There's some good pitchers, but no one that's you're going to come in and just be scared to death of, that you're not going to be able to touch the ball. So every team's going to come into every game they play with confidence, thinking they can win, I think.
All right. By the way, we had a problem with the scoreboard, I believe, here as well. The lights are on early, so we got that working. That's always important. So they are getting ready for this home game tonight for the Central Warriors. This is our only broadcast of the week. Next week, we'll bring you Central at North Fayette Valley. That's a 5 o'clock start. The On Deck Show at 4:30. Then the following week, we'll bring you the Edco Starmont ball game. I believe that's on Monday night, which is 2 weeks from tonight. That'll be the 24th, I believe, we're doing that ball game. And either the 24th or the 26th, one of those nights. But it is Edco and Starmont playing at Colesburg. And that's how we'll close the regular season, because believe it or not, postseason starts the following week.
Yeah, I have that game for the 26th, unless I've got it in my calendar wrong.
You're right, the 26th. That's a following Wednesday. So a couple of Wednesday night games to close the regular season. We'll take a break. They got the PA working. They're going to do the starting lineups. And when we return, opening pitch here from Dittmer Sports Complex in Elkader. You're listening to high school softball on KEDR, Elkader, Iowa.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular, security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet of Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer in both Guttenberg and Monona, a call. You can reach Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. That's 563-252-2471. They can help you and your family be good at life.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
While out and about, don't find yourself stuck at the side of the road. At Edgewood Auto and Tire, our trained technicians work on all autos, trucks, semis, and heavy duties. We offer premier alignment service and DOT inspections and carry all major lines of tires. Call or ask about our current tire rebates. If you're in a bind and need a tow, give Edgewood Auto and Tire a call at 563-928-7333. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We offer a mobile tire repair service to get you back up and going, either on your farm or on the road.
Eagle Warrior Softball is brought to you in part by Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, and Adverse Weather Insurance. Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent. Welcome back to Dittmer Sports Complex here in Elkader, ready to go with game number 1 of 2 tonight here on KEDR. For Clayton Ridge, Audrey Ostrander, Alyssa Sodawasser, and Carly Willie will lead things off in the top of the first inning. For Central defensively, Audrey Paulus is in left field, Oakley Armstrong in center, Aiden Schutte in right field. Around the horn defensively, Crystal Goodrich is at third, Reese Barnes is the shortstop, Peyton Stannard at second base, Blake Scharf at first base. The catcher is Gracie Kenneker, and again, Ashlyn Scharf, the lone senior, is on the mound for Central in this ball game. We mentioned this earlier. Strikes is what this is going to all be about for both these pitchers.
Yep, avoid those free passes and make the other team work for their runs.
So, again, a gorgeous afternoon for ball here. Warriors wearing their home red tops there, Central and white. They got the gray pants with the red and white stripe down the side. They play with the high red socks. For Clayton Ridge, it's all green. Green bottoms and tops. Got the Eagles across the front there, highlighted in white, and the black and white stripes down the side. Audrey Ostrander to lead things off in the top of the first inning for Clayton Ridge. Ostrander, this season, from the leadoff spot, done a good job getting on base, 2 of 6 offensive-wise this year. Takes the first pitch, it's at the knees, it is strike number 1, and we are underway here with a start of 5:03, our third game in a row. We haven't started on time, and that's almost unheard of.
Yeah, just a few minutes late. Last year seemed like we were always on time or early.
Sometimes even 10 minutes early. Ostrander takes a pitch inside at the knees, and the count goes to 1-1. Crowd continuing to come into this ball game tonight. So this is obviously a great spot to watch the game. We've got some folks over at the pool area and checking things out. 1-1 pitch in the dirt. The count is 2-1. So Ashlyn Scharf, this is her appearance this year. She's 0-2 record-wise this year. And she'll try to get her deep into the ball game. 2-1 pitch. That's a pitch right across the numbers and high enough there, catching the top part of the strike zone. And it's now evened up at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Audrey Ostrander, the right-handed hitting leadoff hitter. 2-2 pitch. It's in the dirt, and the count goes to full. May see a lot of full counts tonight from some of these pitches.
Yeah, Ostrander doing a good job. That's what the leadoff hitter is supposed to do, see a lot of pitches, and that's what she's doing here.
So the count goes to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch. It is inside. It is ball number 4. So Ostrander, a leadoff walk to start things in the first inning, and that brings up Alyssa Sodawasser, the left fielder.
Yeah, Ostrander doing her job, getting on first base. We'll look to see if she's going to look to run here.
Sodawasser, 2 for 6 on the season. And again, Clayton Ridge just had their stats through the first 4 games of the year. And Sodawasser up to bat here with nobody out. Hits a bouncing ball. Third baseman gets out of the reach of the third baseman, Goodrich, to her left. The shortstop, Barnes, picks it up at the edge of the infield, and she's going to have to tuck it right there. Put it into the 5.5 hole, and Sodawasser jumps on the first pitch. It's an infield single. 2 on, nobody out here for the Eagles into the first.
Yeah, not extremely hard hit, but just in the right spot there.
Carly Willie up to bat, had the big hit in the ball game we did against MFL Marmac the other night, the 3-hitter for the Eagles. First pitch there from Scharf. It is inside and low. The count is 1-0. Scharf does throw relatively hard on the mound. And as far as Carly Willie this year, as we mentioned, had that hit. That is her lone hit the early part of this season. Hits a bouncing ball. Shortstop Barons charge it, flips it to the third baseman, and the play out at third is Sodawasser, who slid in late there to third base. The flip by Barons slowed the play down somewhat, but Goodrich there makes the play at third base on the flip, and Willie hits it to a fielder's choice at a big out number 1 at third.
Yeah, I thought you might have beat that there. It was close, but called out at third.
Amira Millard, she is the leading hitter up to bat. Coach Ben Backus has a question, and I think he wants to talk with the home plate umpire, and they are going to appeal it to the home plate umpire, and the home plate umpire says safe is the call. So it's still a fielder's choice for Willie, by the way.
Yep.
Because if Reese throws the ball, if Barons throws the ball to third base overhand, they probably have a play there.
Right, or first base. Yeah, she's got an out somewhere if she makes a little bit stronger throw there.
So the bases are loaded, nobody out. Great job by our officials working, and Coach Backus went out there to question the official. Can I get another opinion on it? Amira Millard up to bat with the bases loaded. This is a dream start for the Eagles right now.
Yeah, you get your first 3 hitters on with your power hitter up. This is exactly what they're looking for.
We saw a rare off night for her offensively the other night. She was still on the base paths. Takes a pitch outside. The count is 1-0. She is the cleanup hitter for Clayton Ridge. Bases loaded now. Nobody out after that appeal to third base taken care of. So Ostrander is at third. Sodawasser at second. And at first base is Willie. Pitch inside. And the count goes to 2-0. So Scharf falls behind on the cleanup hitter for the Eagles.
Yeah, not a good spot for Scharf here. She's got to find something.
So 2-0 is the count. After a leadoff walk, couple of balls in the infield, the Eagles have them loaded, and this pitch is low inside, and the count goes to 3-0. So Scharf falling behind here on Millard. So now let's see if Millard, do you give her the green light, 3-0?
Gosh, I don't know. 3 straight balls. I might have her take one here.
Especially with the bases loaded early. 3-0 pitch. She's taking all the way. It is inside. It is ball number 4. So 4 Eagles have reached in a row. The second walk issued by Scharf and an RBI credited to Miller. Sodawasser to third, Willie to second, and Millard with the walk and an RBI brings up Lola Reimer with the bases loaded and still nobody out, and time taken by the central infield now.
Yeah, and Reimer, good hitter as well here. So Clayton Ridge still has a lot to go, a lot working for him.
Lola Reimer has a couple of extra base hits for the Eagles this year. Through the first 4 games of the season actually the first 2 games was just 1 of 6 but had a good start the other night against MFL Marmac in both games, contributed offensively.
Yeah, we saw her rope one really hard to the left center gap in the game one the other night.
So the bases loaded after Central breaks their infield huddle. They did that there with Kennecker coming out, the catcher, to bring everybody in. First pitch to Reimer. It's upstairs, goes by the catcher in Kennecker, but staying at third base will be Sodawasser. Short backstop here, and that ball hits square in the fence on the fly.
Yeah.
So it was a nice bounce back to the catcher Kennecker, and a good decision by Sodawasser to hold it third.
Yeah, not a lot of room back there. If the catcher's hopping, it's going to be hard to score from third.
So 1-0 pitch. Reimer takes it inside. This scoots by the catcher. And again, Sodawasser. This one was on the ground, and it rolled back to the fence. But Kennecker quick to get back there. The count is 2-0. So it's 1-0. Clayton Ridge in the lead, and 2-0 with the bases loaded to Lola Reimer. Scharf, the 2-0 pitch. Bouncing ball right side of the infield. Gloved by the second baseman Stannard. She'll go to first base. They'll concede the run. She'll get the lead runner there for out number 1, but everybody moves up 60 feet, and scoring from third is Sodawasser. Reimer bouncing out 4-3, but credited with an RBI, and it's 2-0 the Eagles in the lead.
Yeah, just put it on the ground to the right side and get that run in and build your lead. Nice job by Reimer there.
And for the second baseman Stannard, if you're talking about going anywhere else, it looked like the runner was getting by her as she fielded the ground ball, which means you automatically go to first.
Yeah, it was. It would have been a close play at second, but yeah, Central needs that out, so I think good decision there.
Malia Patino up to bat, and she takes the first pitch for a ball. Count is 1-0, and this one is high as out and outside, and the count goes to 2-0. So Patino is the number 6 hitter in the lineup, and was hitless through the first 2 games, but again, had a nice night against MFL Marmac last week. Pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 3-0, and this is becoming a laboring inning for the pitcher Ashlyn Scharf.
Yeah, I think if you're Clayton Ridge, you take a lot of pitches right now.
So the count is 3-0. Scharf's 3-0 pitch, it is inside. It is ball number 4. That is the third walk of the inning issued. The Eagles have scored 2 runs so far, and they've done it with just 1 hit. And the bases loaded on the third walk of the inning.
Yeah, we talk about how those walks can hurt you, and we're seeing it right now.
Kiara Felder now up to bat. Felder has scored a couple of runs this year. Likely taking a pitch. She is the 7th spot in the lineup, and she takes it all the way. It's a strike at the knees, and the count is 0-1.
Yeah, that was big for Scharf. She had quite a few balls in a row before that pitch.
As we mentioned, Ashlyn Scharf has done some throwing over the years for Central. Not a ton, but it's been one of their arms. Takes the 0-1 pitch, called strike on the inside to Felder, and the count goes to now 0-2. So this is the first time she's been in control.
Yeah, and this would be a huge strikeout if she could get it here.
0-2, bases loaded, still 1 out. And the 0-2 pitch, swinging through it is Felder, and actually got a piece of it. The ball dropped by Kennecker. Would have been a tough dig out of the dirt, but still alive is Felder. She did get a piece of it.
Yeah, just barely hanging on in there, but good job staying alive.
Central, by the way, we should mention, has the infield in at every position. 0-2 pitch, and that pitch just misses inside. Our home plate umpire gave it a long look, and the count goes to 1-2.
Yeah, good spot if you're Scharf for that pitch right there, so you can get her to chase something.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and Scharf delivers the 1-2 pitch, and that pitch called strike 3 at the knees. Felder becomes strikeout number 1 for Scharf, but more importantly, a big out number 2 here in the first.
Yeah, Central's got a chance to get out of this relatively unscathed. Just giving up the 2 runs would be huge if they could get out of this.
Alyssa Willie is now up to bat. Willie, the 8 hitter in the lineup, one of the more experienced players, being a junior, takes the pitch inside. The count is 1-0. Also has done some pitching for Clayton Ridge, and the count 1-0. Bases still loaded, top of the first inning. The Eagles have put 2 on the board. That's where the 2 came into play. And the 1-0 pitch, it's upstairs, and the count goes to 2-0. So at third base, once again, is Carly Willie. Millard at second, and Patino is at first base. 2-0, good hitter's count, but let's see if Willie's taken 2-0. She swings, bouncing ball underneath the glove of the third baseman, Goodrich. It's into left field. Everybody moves up 60 feet. They'll hold Millard at third, but it's a base hit and an RBI for Willie. It is 3-0 Clayton Ridge in the lead, and the base is still loaded.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting there by Willie. Just hit that one hard on the ground, again, between shortstop and third base, and got the RBI.
Bryn Meyer becomes the 9th Eagle to bat here in the first inning. The left-handed hitting leading DH for Clayton Ridge. So they've scored 3. Chance to add on more. Here's a wild pitch, but again, that ball quickly bounced off the fence and back to the catcher in Kennecker, so Millard has to stay at third.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see too many girls trying to score from third on pass balls. There's just not much room back there.
And that's one thing about Scharf throwing hard as well, is that the ball gets by, it bounces back so quick. 1-0 pitch, and that pitch is outside, and the count goes to 2-0. This is the lone left-handed bat in the lineup for Clayton Ridge, and this is the 9th spot in their lineup. The right fielder is Hayden Reimer, so technically Meyer DHing for Reimer. Swings right through a good pitch there, about belt level, missed it, and the count goes to 2-1.
Yeah, good cut there by Meyer, just a little behind it.
The Eagles, 3 runs so far in the inning, helped out by 3 walks, and 2-1 is the count as Ashlyn Scharf works here. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and Meyer takes it. It's outside, and the count goes to 3-1. So Scharf in danger of issuing a walk here and walking in another run in the top of the first.
Yeah, just struggling to find that strike zone consistently.
3-1 is the count. And Ashlyn Scharf, the 3-1 pitch, misses outside. It is ball number 4. So that's the 4th walk of the inning. An RBI for Bryn Meyer. Millard scores from third. Patino advances to third, and Willie to second base. And the Eagles are going to bat around here in the top of the first inning.
Yeah. This is a great start for Clayton Ridge here.
Audrey Ostrander has walked and scored in this inning. Takes the first pitch at the knees. It's a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So the Warriors just looking for strikes on the mound, and whether it's Scharf or the 2 8th graders, that has been part of the early part of the season struggles for the Warriors. 0-1 to Ostrander. 0-1 pitch, high chopper that is foul. That'll head to the central dugout halfway up the third base line, and the count is 0-2. So this is, again, for Scharf, really only the second batter she's gotten ahead on.
Yeah, and the last time she did, she was able to get the strikeout, so I'm sure she's thinking about the same thing here.
0-2 with the bases still loaded and 2 outs in the top of the first inning. Scharf delivers to Ostrander, takes it, it is high, and the count goes to 1-2. Ostrander kind of set the tone in the first inning. She walked on a 3-2 pitch, and she really worked the count.
Yeah, she did a nice job. Did what the leadoff batter's supposed to do there.
A 1-2 pitch, and Ostrander takes it. It's a called strike, 3 on the outside. Second strikeout recorded for the inning for Scharf, and the Warriors finally end it. But for Clayton Ridge, 4 runs. They do it on a hit. They leave the bases loaded. We've played 1/2 inning. It is Clayton Ridge 4, Central coming up to bat.
Scooters Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooters Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooters Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooters Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooters Coffee in Manchester.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated NEAT, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in Northeast Iowa. NEAT also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
So we've played 1/2 inning. 4-0 is the score. Clayton Ridge in the lead. The Eagles score 4 runs in the top of the first inning, and they do it without the ball leaving the infield.
Yeah, definitely not on the fly. Did have one get by between third and short.
Right.
They got to the left fielder there on the ground, but yeah, nothing extremely hard hit. Just a lot of walks kind of hurt the Warriors there.
Reese Barons, Oakley Armstrong, Ashlyn Scharf to lead things off here in the bottom of the first inning. For Clayton Ridge defensively, Alyssa Sodawasser is in left, Audrey Ostrander in center, Hayden Reimer in right field. We'll go around the horn defensively after the first pitch to Barons, takes it for a strike. The count is 0-1. Malia Patino at third, Alyssa Willie is at shortstop. The second baseman, Kiera Felder, Lola Reimer is at first, and the catcher, Amira Millard, with Carly Willie on the mound. And that pitch outside for a strike. The count is 0-2. So leading things off once again is Barnes. Reese Barnes is 2 of 14 early this season. The on-base percentage, a little better than that, though. 0-2 pitch, it's upstairs. The count is 1-2. Carly Willie on the mound, pitching-wise this year through the first 2 games, had went 9 innings, but again, as we mentioned, walking 2 and striking out 3. And here's the 1-2 pitch to Barnes. Takes it low. The count is 2-2. In the ball game we did against MFL Marmac the other night, I think she walked 1.
Yeah, she did a great job throwing a lot of strikes in that game and just trusting her defense.
So she's working to get the mound to her liking up there. She kicked around a little dirt. 1-2 pitch. Barnes up, say high fly ball. This is to left field. Sodawasser angling towards foul territory. Moves into foul territory halfway down the line and catches it for out number 1. The left-handed glove by Sodawasser able to camp underneath it for the first out.
Yeah, nice play by left fielder Sodawasser there, getting under the ball and squeezing it for the first out.
Oakley Armstrong is the center fielder now up to bat. Armstrong, 3 hits on the season here through the first 6 games for Central. And the first pitch from Willie, it's swinging strike to Armstrong. Ashlyn Scharf waiting on deck. First batter retired here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The bottom of the 1st inning. I don't know where we got 4th inning out of that. But
4 runs, maybe.
Maybe. And the pitch is inside, and it goes to a ball and a strike. So 1-1 here. And Clayton Ridge plays in at the corners in case Armstrong looks to lay down a bunt. 1-1 pitch. She's swinging all the way, though. Misses the outside pitch, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, took something off that one. Got the hitter out on her front foot there.
So 1-2 with 1 out is the count to Armstrong. 1-2 pitch, inside misses. The count is 2-2. You can tell early in this ball game that inside pitch is off the plate. Both these pitchers not going to get that call tonight.
Yeah, and as long as it's consistent, that's all you can ask for.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2-2 pitch. It's upstairs. Count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bleachers, by the way, behind home plate, nearly full for this ball game today. Got a few folks down the left and right field lines. A couple of folks out here in the outfield with us. 3-2 pitch. It is inside. It is ball number 4. So Willie with a 1-out walk to Armstrong, and that brings up Ashlyn Scharf, the top hitter for the Warriors.
Yeah, and here's a chance for the Warriors to get something done. Get right back on the scoreboard here.
Ashlyn Scharf, the 3-hitter in the lineup, is 4 of 15 this year and has pop in that bat. Takes the first pitch. It's inside. The count is 1-0. So again, Willie missing inside on a couple of pitches that just not there off the plate.
Yep, not going to get that inside call, so she's got to adjust a little bit.
1-1 is now the count. 1-1 offering. Scharf takes it inside. Count 2-0. Snap throw to first base, but just barely off the bag was Armstrong. She's able to get in there standing up, and the count goes to 2-0. We talk about Willie doing a good job throwing strikes and falls behind after a walk. 2-0 pitch, good cut there by Scharf, but fouls it, and Coach Cummer in the third base box able to knock it down with her foot. And it goes to actually, scoreboard says it's 1-2, but it is 2-1 is the count.
Yep.
So 2 balls and a strike. Let's see if they put Armstrong into motion. 2-1 pitch. Pitch inside. They got the runner picked between first base as Armstrong was leaning. They throw it there to the shortstop, Willie covering the bag, who then throws it over to Reimer at first base, but getting back there is Armstrong. So she was able to get about halfway down. They threw it to shortstop, and she quickly scampered back. Throw a bit off the bag back to Reimer at first base, but she was in there standing up.
Yeah, nice job by Armstrong there to get back.
3-1 pitch. It's fouled back by Scharf, and that's what you love for Scharf. With the count 2-0 or 3-1, let her unloose with the bat.
Yeah, she was aggressive there. Fouled it off her foot, so I think she's okay, though.
So the count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. We've seen Millard throw a couple of times down to first base and actually had Armstrong leaning moments ago. 3-2 pitch. It is high. It is ball number 4. So this is the 6th walk we have seen in this ball game, and we are still in the first inning. Back-to-back walks to Armstrong and Scharf.
Yeah, and it's just, we did not see this last week out of Willie, so she's struggling just a little bit in that circle there.
Gracie Kenneker is now up to bat. Kenneker this year has a hit, takes the first pitch, it's inside, and she gets the strike there. The count is 0-1. Keep in mind, Willie just a sophomore, pitching-wise, for Clayton Ridge. Both these teams, not a lot of upperclassmen. Good to see what upperclassmen they have go out. A swing and a cut at the knees by Kenneker did not get that pitch towards the heart of the plate, and the count 0-2.
Yeah, and if these teams can stick together, they might have a bright future here.
And, yeah, especially with the youth, that's always the problem for every team. 0-2 pitch and a changeup that broke high from Willie. So the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Armstrong at second, Scharf at first. Got a couple of experienced runners on the base paths for Central anyway. And 1-2 is the count. 1-2 pitch, and it's a high pop-up. Millard gives it a look as she heads towards the backstop. That'll make it out of play off the right side. Count remains 1-2.
Yeah, again, just not a lot of room out there to catch those pop fouls either.
We're broadcasting here from where normally the left fielder plays straight up in left field, but Sodawasser hugging the line and swinging through the inside pitch is Kenneker. Strikeout number 1 for Willie, and out number 2 here in the first.
Yeah, big out. Now you got 2 down, and try and get out of this without any runs coming.
Blake Scharf now up to bat, the number 5 hitter, and again you're talking about now getting into the younger part of the lineup, and it is Blair Scharf, number 22 by the way, takes that first pitch for a ball. The count is 1-0. So Blair Scharf up to bat. And getting behind on the count is Willie. So here is the bouncing ball. Shortstop, Alyssa Willie fields it. She'll go to third. They'll get the force out there as she flipped it over to Patino. And Armstrong out on the ground out to third base. But for the Warriors, no runs, no hits. They strand 2. We've played 1. And it is 1-0 Clayton Ridge in the lead.
Life's better when you're under our roof because our agents can help you choose insurance to help protect what matters most. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family could have the help they need to continue to pursue their dreams. Contact Julie Depke, agent at 205 South Main Street in Elkader today.
Products not available in all states. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Batter up. Step up to the plate and score big with People's State Bank. Hit a home run with our People's Checking account. No monthly service charge and no minimum balance required, and also packed with perks. Swing into action with a free ATM debit card, your initial order of checks, and access to our convenient online and mobile banking. And here's the curveball. We'll even refund ATM surcharge fees up to 3 times per month. Don't strike out with high fees. Join People's State Bank and keep your financial game on point. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Eagle Warrior Softball is brought to you in part by Rivertown Family Dentistry, Dr. Alicia Waukee in Guttenberg, TD Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Elkader, David Balls, agent for Balls Insurance Agency in Elkader, Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, and Myers Auto Service in Monona. So we go to the top of the second inning. It is 4-0, by the way. Clayton Ridge leads Central. Alyssa Sodawasser, Carly Willie, Amira Millard, 2, 3, and 4 to lead things off. Here's a bouncing ball between short and third, and just like Sodawasser did last time, singles into left field on the ground ball. She's 2 for 2, has both of the Eagles' hits.
Yeah, both those hits, I think, in exactly the same spot. That one maybe just a little bit harder hit, but nice job by Sodawasser.
So Sodawasser, who singled and scored in the first, 2 for 2. Carly Willie is up to bat. She was safe on a fielder's choice, but scored a run. Leadoff runner on here in the top of the second inning. Eagles sent 10 to the plate in the first. Pitch to Willie, it's upstairs. The count is 1-0. So the important part for Scharf was able to get ahead as she worked there to Sodawasser, made her put the ball into play.
Yep, got to throw strikes.
1-0 is now the count. Scharf, the 1-0 pitch, swinging through a low pitch there is, once again, Willie could not get to it. And the count goes to 1-1.
Yeah, Willie helped her out a little bit on that one.
If you're talking about stolen base-wise this year, Clayton Ridge did have some success running the other night. Sodawasser is, I believe, 3 for 3 stolen base-wise this year. Here's Willie, pop-up, infield, second baseman moves back now, then drops the ball, but able to pick it up and gets the force out at short there with Barnes covering the bag. So Willie popped it up to the second baseman Stannard, who had to backpedal late, dropped the ball near the edge of the infield, but able to recover, avoids the air, and gets the force out of Sodawasser at second.
Yeah, Sodawasser just kind of in no man's land there. She had to stay, and then she couldn't make it to second base in time.
So it's recorded as a 4-6 force out at second base. Amira Millard is now up to bat. So there is one out in the top of the second inning. A youngster in Stannard at second base just misjudged that, and you could see her making the adjustment there late, and it just popped out of the glove.
Yeah, just a little deeper than she thought it was going to be.
Amira Millard, who walked in a run and scored as part of the 4-run first inning. Takes a pitch there at the knees outside. Count goes to 0-1. Warriors, after giving up 4 in the top of the first inning, could use a shutdown inning here.
Yeah, they could use a quick one and try and get the bats going.
0-1. The offering to Millard, and that pitch is low and outside. And we're even actually 2-0 is now the count. So 2 balls and no strikes. And runner at first base for the Eagles, leading by a score of 4-0. But they have only 2 hits. 2-0 pitch to Millard, takes it low. The count goes to 3-0.
I don't think Millard has seen a strike yet in this game.
Yeah, she walked on 4 pitches last time. You're correct. And not an RBI opportunity here, but she did drive in a run back in the first inning. 3-0 pitch. She swings, bouncing ball, shortstop Barons. Charge it, goes to second base, and the ball gets by the second baseman Standard. The right fielder backs it up in shooty, but advancing to third base, sliding in safe there is Willie. Millard safe on the air, and runners on the corners for the Eagles here with 1 out.
Yeah, just couldn't quite make that play at second. It was the right play. Central knows what to do with it. They just couldn't quite execute there.
Yeah, Barons fielded it, tossed it underhand to the second baseman Standard, and just had it go off the glove and far enough where Willie immediately popped up and headed to third. So Lola Reimer is up to bat. Millard runs on the pitch as it's inside, and they'll concede second base. Runners on second and third. It is more and more that teams just concede second base.
Yeah, unless you've got a really good catcher, it's almost not worth it.
1-0 pitch to Reimer, takes it upstairs. The count is 2-0. 4-0, Eagles in the lead here. Top of the second inning, they've got 2 on, second and third, and only 1 out in the inning. So the Warriors with our first air of the ball game officially. 2-0 pitch, bouncing ball back to Scharf, drops it, but picks it up in the circle, goes to first base. They'll try to score the runner from third, and dead to right at the plate is Willie. They center late as the ball was fielded by Scharf, who threw a strike to the first baseman, Scharf, her younger sister. And they threw it home there. Nice tag by the catcher in Kenneker, and it was Willie given no chance to score from third, and the Eagles run themselves out of an inning. No runs, a hit. They strand 1. We've played an inning and a half, and it's 4-0, Eagles in the lead.
Boisier Lumber Company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel garage doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Boisier Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Boisier Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, for Midland overhead doors sales and service.
If you feel lost in the big chain store pharmacies, take the time to stop into Nightingale Drug and visit with us about our services such as one-on-one consulting, free local delivery, competitive pricing with most insurance plans, and Medicare accepted. We'll make the transition quick and easy for you. Come to the people you know and trust. Nightingale Drug and Gift Shop, your small-town, family-friendly business with locations in Guttenberg, Postville, and Waukon. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Northern Country Co-op and Viafield are now Nexus Cooperative, your full-service ag partner supplying all your agronomy, energy, feed, grain, and lumber needs. Our highly knowledgeable and experienced team utilizes the latest technology in feed manufacturing, agronomy services, precision ag, plant and animal nutrition, energy products, and grain marketing to keep our customers ahead of the rest. Stop in today at any of our 26 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota, or visit us online at nexus.coop.
Bottom of the second inning, 4-0. It is Clayton Ridge in the lead. Crystal Goodrich, Peyton Stannard, Audrey Paulus to lead things off for Central. Here in the bottom of the second inning, Eagles scored 4 in the first, and we are now at the number 6 spot in the lineup for Central. First pitch was a ball. This is a ball inside, and the count goes to 2-0. Let's talk about that play to end things in the top of the second. Heads up play by Central defensively.
Yeah, they did a nice job. Scharf knocked it down in the circle, got the out, and then younger sister to home plate.
2-0 pitch, bouncing ball, shortstop Willie, couple of steps to her left, fields it, throws a strike over to Lola Reimer at first base, and it's 1 up and 1 down here in the bottom of the second. Yeah, the execution of that, and Clayton Ridge staying aggressive on the base paths, and they did the right thing, waited for the throw, but it was a quick turnaround and a great strike to the plate, thrown by the first baseman Blair Scharf. And then Kenneker, there was never even a slide at the plate. And leading things off now with 1 out, Peyton Stannard, the second baseman, up to bat for the Warriors. And this is the part of the lineup, as we mentioned, they get very young. Standard, just an 8th grader, has a hit, but also has 3 stolen bases on the year. So she's been on base and been able to move around. Takes the pitch upstairs, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. Leadoff batter retired. Back-to-back innings for Clayton Ridge. Always a good thing.
Yep, makes it easier on yourself.
And with 1 out, a ball and a strike. 1-1 pitch popped up towards a first base foul line, and that will make it out of play, out of the fence, past the Clayton Ridge dugout, up the first base side, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Reimer gave it a look, but just got out of play there.
Reimer, a tall first baseman for Clayton Ridge, which is great when you have to stretch over there at first base. Gives you another, taking a step away from the runner, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
And swinging through the pitch in the dirt is Standard. The ball dropped by Miller, the catcher. She'll throw it to first base. They'll record the strikeout there. Strikeout number 2 recorded by Carly Willie, and it's out number 2 here in the second.
Yeah, good job by Millard there. Wasn't able to pick it up cleanly, but she didn't panic. She took her time and just made a nice throw down to first base to get that out.
Audrey Paulus looking for her first hit of the season. And this is another youngster and a freshman up to bat with, again, 2 outs. Swings through the inside pitch. The count is 0-1. So Carly Willie looking for the first 1-2-3 inning for either one of these teams in the ball game. She walked 2 in the first, but has been on track here in the second. 0-1 pitch in the dirt, and the count goes to 1-1. Ball and a strike with 2 outs. Warriors still looking for their first hit in this game. Clayton Ridge only has 2 hits, but again, they took advantage of 4 walks in the top of the first inning. 1-1 pitch popped up against the backstop, out of play, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. When you're facing a team like Central, which has struggled offensively, it is so important for Willie to not give free passes.
Yeah, we've talked about how they can hurt, but especially against a team that's struggling to hit the ball, you really don't want to help them out.
A ball and 2 strikes is the count. A 1-2 pitch, just missing inside is Willie, and the count goes to 2-2. I would say Ashlyn Scharf throws a little harder than Willie.
Yeah, she does. Ashlyn throws it pretty hard. Just struggled with her location just a little bit.
2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. Line right to the first baseman, Lola Reimer. Caught it right there at eye level. Paulus hit it hard behind on the pitch, but lines out to first base, and the Warriors go down in order. No runs, no hits. We've played 2, and it's 4-0. Eagles in the lead.
The doctors and staff of Family Dentistry Associates of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local baseball and softball teams this summer. It's always a great time to watch a ball game and enjoy the weather at your local high school ball diamond. We have exciting news. Dr. Chase Bruner and Dr. Daphne Hayfler, University of Iowa graduates, will be joining our team at Family Dentistry this August. Call today to schedule 539-4651.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
Eagle Warrior Softball is brought to you in part by Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Agent Lanny Keel, your New York Life Insurance Company agent in Garnavillo, Clayton County Recycling in Monona, Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, member FDIC, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, Carr Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com, Bacon Concrete and Post Fill, and Furniture Showcase in Oilwine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. Now in the top of the third inning, 4-0, it is Clayton Ridge leading Central. Malia Patino to lead things off, took the first pitch for a ball. 1-0 pitch there is low, and it's a called strike, and the count is 1-1. Alyssa Willie and Bryn Meyer, actually correction, Patino, then Kara Felder, and Alyssa Willie leading things off. That will be 6, 7, and 8 in the Clayton Ridge lineup. And swinging through the outside pitch there is once again Patino, unable to get to it, and the count goes to, I believe, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Patino walked as part of that 4-run first inning. And here is now the pitch. It's upstairs, and the count goes to now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Evened up. Eagles batted it around in the first inning. They have 4 runs, 2 hits. They have not committed an error. Central, no runs, no hits. They have committed 1 error in this game. Here's the pitch, and a late swing there by Felder. Swings right through it. Strikeout number 3 recorded by Scharf, and for the first time gets the leadoff runner out here, the leadoff batter out in the top of the third.
Yeah, she's got 3 strikeouts on the night. She can get those strikeout pitches. It's just a matter of getting rid of those walks.
Kiara Felder is up to bat. Felder, a strikeout victim in the first inning, takes the pitch inside. The count is 1-0. Ashlyn Scharf, though, did that in just, 3-4 pitches?
Yeah, but 5. But, threw hard, threw it right by her.
So she got to 2-2 on the count. And falls behind here. 1-0 pitch, and this is blooped into left field, left center field by Felder, and it's going to fall in for a base hit. The third base hit for the Eagles, and a good piece of hitting there by Felder to get that ball lifted into the outfield, and 1-out base runner for the Eagles.
Yeah, maybe in our hands just a little bit, but she's able to put the center of the barrel on it and right over shortstop's head.
Alyssa Willie is the shortstop up to bat. Willie with a base hit and an RBI. And back in the first inning, as the Eagles sent 10 to the plate, takes a pitch inside, dances out of the way of that one, and the count goes to 1-0. We have not seen the Eagles be overly aggressive on the base pass, but they were going station to station with walks in the first inning.
Yeah, and that might have been some of it as well. But, I thought maybe we would see at least those top 2 hitters try and run.
1-0 pitch to Willie. Bouncing ball foul up the line. Hit her on the foot there, and it is picked up in foul territory by the third baseman Goodrich for Central. So it's a ball and a strike. Top of the third inning. Ball game that started about a half hour ago. So we're not, time-wise, running pretty good in this game. 1-1 pitch to Willie, checks her swing, and off and running, by the way, and sliding into second base is Felder's throw, not in time, as the tag applied by Stannard, but Felder had a tremendous jump, and the Eagles aggressive on the base pass, moving to scoring position with Felder.
Yeah, there we go. We thought we might see him run a little bit, and there it was. Great jump, good speed, getting down to second base.
So the count is 2-1, and that pitch is inside, and I believe our count should go to 3-1 here.
That's what I've got it as, unless I missed something.
Scoreboard hasn't been close all night long on the counts, by the way.
Yeah, they're struggling a
which
bit.
We learned not to follow that. So 3-1, count is corrected out there. 3-1 pitch to Willie, takes it upstairs. It is ball number 4. So that is the 5th walk issued by Scharf, and there's runners on second and first with 1 out for Clayton Ridge here in the third.
Yeah, and first base was open, but I don't know that you want to give the other team's 8-hitter that first base like that.
So 5th walk issued. Bryn Meyer walked in a run as part of that 4-run first inning. The 9-hitter, left-handed hitting bat up for Clayton Ridge, takes the pitch outside, and the count is 1-0. So we mentioned this back early in this ball game, that outside pitch just isn't going to be there tonight.
Yep. That corner is not as big as it is some nights.
So 1-0 is the count now. Top of the lineup waiting on deck, and Audrey Ostrander. 1-0 pitch outside again, and that one way outside. Count goes to 2-0.
Yeah, that one's a ball no matter what night it was.
So 2-0 is the count. Good job by the Warriors backing up the middle of the infield in case the ball throw back to Scharf would get away. Here's a bouncing ball. Third baseman charging in is Goodrich. Turns to third as if there's got a force out there, and Barron's trying to cover the bag, but in there easily is Felder without a throw to third base. For Goodrich, you're heading in the direction of first base. Should have went to first with the out there.
Yeah, I get what she's thinking there, get the lead runner, but that was going to be a really tough play. Like you said, her momentum's going to first. Barron's is trying to get over to third. Just get the out at first there,
So
I think.
the bases are now loaded with 1 out as Meyer safe on a fielder's choice. Ostrander takes a good, healthy cut at the first pitch, but misses it. The count is 0-1.
Yeah, she was trying to double up the score right there, I think.
Third inning of the ball game, and this is the third time the top of the lineup's been up to bat for the Eagles.
That's good news for Clayton Ridge.
Infield in, of course, for the Warriors. 0-1 pitch, and that ball's lined into center field. It's a base hit. And scoring from third is going to be Felder. Willie waved around, throw to the plate. She slides underneath the tag, and everybody else moves up 60 feet. It's a base hit, 2 RBIs for Audrey Ostrander, and the Eagles now lead 6-0 here in the third.
Yeah, great hit by Ostrander, just right back up the middle, drives in 2 runs there.
And she was confident hitting the ball. So Felder and Willie score. Meyer advances to third. Ostrander goes to second on the throw, and Alyssa Sodawasser is up to bat. Still 2 in scoring position with 1 out here in the third.
Yeah, the Eagles are looking for another big inning here.
And Alyssa Sodawasser is 2 for 2 in this game. The 2-hitter has done a good job getting on the base path. She has singled and scored in the first inning and singled and was forced out at second back in the second. Takes a pitch inside, and a good job by Kenneker knocking it down. It was a wild pitch. Count is 1-0. So the Eagles scoring 4 in the first, 2 here in the third, and still 2 on with 1 out.
Yeah, had a strikeout to start the inning. We thought things might be looking up for the Warriors, but struggled after that.
And here is the pitch. Sodawasser swings through the outside pitch for a strike. The count is 1-1. Sodawasser's 2 hits went between short and third. Identical base hits into the outfield.
Yeah, may want a shader that way.
A 1-1 pitch, takes it inside. It is high. Count goes to 2-1. So the Eagles in control, 6-0 here in the top of the third inning. And got off to that great start, and bottom of the lineup started this inning. Sodawasser looks to bunt, fouls it back, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's a great idea for the Eagles to put pressure on Central.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking there too. You know, no force at home or anything there. Yeah, lay one down, see if you can make the Warriors make a mistake.
Yeah, and what you're thinking there, maybe a safety squeeze. Make them make a play, and then try to scoot that runner in from third. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sodawasser, foul ball. Got a piece of it, and it goes back against the backstop area on the ground, and we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, just a defensive swing, but good job by Sodawasser getting a piece.
Second and third. Again, we have 1 out here, and here is now your pitch to Sodawasser. It's upstairs, and the count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Top 2 hitters for Clayton Ridge have done an outstanding job at the plate. Full count with 1 out. 3-2 pitch to Sodawasser. Hits a foul ball. This is going to go up the line and hit the central dugout up the third base side. We'll do it again with a full count.
Yeah, really good at bat here by Sodawasser.
And we saw Ostrander has had 3 quality at-bats. She's been on base twice, Ostrander has been. And 3 balls and 2 strikes is now the count. 3-2 pitch, and Sodawasser lines that. And good hops by Coach Ben Backus in the third base box, jumping out of the way of that one. We'll do it again with a full count.
Yeah, he can still move a little bit over there.
Showing some athleticism there in the third base box. Sodawasser now looks at a full count once again. Clayton Ridge, back-to-back conference wins against MFL Marmax. They're off to a good conference start. Here's the 3-2 pitch. It is upstairs. It is ball number 4. The 6th walk issued by Scharf, and the bases are now loaded here for Clayton Ridge with 1 out in the third inning. They left them loaded in the first. They've got them loaded again here in the third.
Yeah, and the heart of their order coming up here too.
And Carly Willie has a chance to help herself out. Willie has reached base twice, hit into 2 fielders' choices, but she scored a run back in the first inning. So the base is loaded, pitch there, it's bouncing ball that is foul up the line, and that will just stay foul as Goodrich gloves it halfway up the line on the third base side, and the count goes to 0-1. So Meyer is at third, Ostrander at second, Sodawasser is at first. That is 9-1-2 that have reached base for the Warriors. Amira Millard is waiting on deck, the top hitter for the Eagles. But right now, it is Willie at the plate. 0-1 pitch in the dirt, blocked down by Kenneker. The count goes to 1-1. Evened up with a ball and a strike. There is 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Scharf now looks to deliver the 1-1 pitch. That is low, and the count goes to 2-1. So the Warriors, most hitters they've fallen behind on in this ball game, which has led to some good hitting counts for Clayton Ridge.
Yeah, if you're an Eagle, you just pick one that you like and drive it then when you're up.
2 balls and a strike, 2-1 pitch, takes it inside, and the count goes to 3-1. So 3-1 to Carly Willie with the bases loaded, and the Eagles already leading 6-0 here in the top of the third inning. 3-1 is the count. 3-1 offering to Willie. She's taking all the way, it appears. Strike at the belt, and the count goes to full.
Yeah, that was right down the pipe, so I think she was just trying to draw that walk there.
So full count, and 3 balls and 2 strikes with an out. 3-2 pitch to Willie, pops it up. This is towards the first base side. It'll make it over the Clayton Ridge dugout, out of play, and we'll do it again with a full count. Eagles with Sodawasser. She fouled off a couple of pitches, 3-2, and Willie fouls off a 3-2 pitch right there.
I'm going to say the same thing. Seen a lot of pitches from these 2 batters.
And full count once again with the bases loaded. Scharf, the 3-2 pitch, fouled back by Willie. So this is lets you know that Clayton Ridge pretty dialed in at the plate.
Yeah, they're doing just a really nice job up there. You know, swinging at the strikes, taking the balls, really making Scharf work.
Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. And Scharf looking to try to get out number 2 here. 3-2 pitch. It is upstairs, wild and away. It is ball number 4. 7th walk issued, and that will be an RBI as Meyer scores from third to make it 7-0. Ostrander advances to third, Sodawasser to second, and Carly Willie there driving in a run with a walk. And Carly Willie has reached base, just like Sodawasser, all 3 times in this game.
Yeah, and 2 just tremendous at-bats by Sodawasser and Willie. They're just really battling up there and drawing a walk.
Amira Millard is up to bat. She is 0 for 1, but been on base twice. Walked in a run and scored. Safe on an error. Takes the pitch there inside. Got the inside corner. Scharf did on that one and gets ahead with the count 0-1.
And that's big for Scharf. She needs to get ahead on these hitters.
It is 7-0, by the way, as that runner scoring from third with Meyer. So 7-0, Eagles in control. Pitch to Millard. It's a wild pitch. Scoots by Kenneker, but again, staying at third base will be Ostrander. I think if you're going to send a runner from third base, you're going to have to get a better jump off the bat.
Yeah, you're going to have to decide right away that you're going. If you hesitate even a little bit, I think there's no chance there.
1-1, the count to Millard. This is a good upperclassman battle here. 1-1 pitch in the dirt. Count goes to 2-1. So Ashlyn Scharf, and this has been the story for Central pitching-wise this year, just trying to find strikes, consistent strikes on the mound. 2 balls and a strike. Ostrander at third. At second base, Sodawasser. Willie is at first. 2-1 pitch. It is inside, and the count is 3-1. So right now there is no action for Central down in their bullpen outside down the left field line. 3-1 pitch to Millard, takes it. It is a strike. A bit high, but they'll take it. 3 balls and 2 strikes. This is another full count for Scharf.
Yeah, a little borderline, but she got the pitch, and she's got to take advantage now.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Millard takes it outside. It is ball number 4, and that was a close pitch. And it is the 8th walk issued. It's a base on balls and an RBI for Millard, who drives in her second run. Ostrander scores from third. Sodawasser advances to third. Willie to second. And Mira Millard with a walk and an RBI. Bases loaded. This is the 9th Warrior, that the 9th batter the Warriors will face. And it appears that Central is going to make a pitching change. So Ashlyn Scharf heads to the dugout for the Eagles, or for the Warriors, I should say, trailing by a score of 8-0. We'll tell you about the pitching change when we return. Eagles in control. They've got the bases loaded with 1 out. Back with more after this.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
It's pretty unusual for a bank to be 100% employee-owned, and Freedom Bank wouldn't have it any other way. Employee-owned means we're not just your bank, we're your friends and neighbors. We value being active community partners, and we believe in donating generously to local causes. We empower success, not just for our customers, but for our communities as well. Visit Freedom Bank in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Walk-On, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC.
We have a pitching change for Central, as it will be Tenley Borman coming in, replacing Ashlyn Scharf. And I believe Scharf actually checking out of the ball game here as Coach Kummer comes out to talk to the home plate umpire. But Ashlyn Scharf, they look to the dugout, and they bring in Tenley Borman as the pitcher. And this is, again, now you get really young if you are Central. Tenley Borman, making her 4th appearance, has thrown 8 innings, has walked 10 and struck out 2 and given up 15 hits. So her job here, throw strikes, plain and simple.
Yeah, 3 straight walks there for Scharf. So, yeah, you just got to throw strikes at this point. I know Clayton Ridge has hit some of those strike pitches, but, the walks, you don't even have a chance to get them out.
Yeah, you've walked 8 batters in this ball game, and a number of them have scored once again, Clayton Ridge. So they still have the bases loaded. The substitution continues, but Ashlyn Scharf, we believe, has checked out of this ball game here.
Yeah, I think she's standing up over there. Maybe she's going to come in for someone else, but still talking there behind home plate.
As Coach Kummer having a long conversation with their home plate umpire. So Tenley Borman, a young 8th grader, and to be honest, looks like an 8th grader on the mound.
Yeah, she's not a lot of height there, but that doesn't matter when you're pitching. If you can throw strikes, you throw strikes.
Well, that's the big thing, and that's the reason why she's in this ball game right now, looking to fire strikes. So now our catcher, Gracie Kenneker, she's just going over to get a drink of water. She realizes this is taking a while, and it's a situation there that this should be simple from what we can see, with Borman coming in for Ashlyn Scharf.
Yeah, unless you want to keep Scharf's bat in the game, maybe you put her somewhere else.
But now this is what they're going to do. They're going to replace. Ashlyn Scharf's coming back into the ball game. Yep. So I think they were just trying to figure out where she's coming in. She's going to go out to center field. So I thought that would be a rare. You don't want to take your top bat out of the lineup.
That's what I was thinking too. I didn't think they'd just straight sub there.
So Ashlyn Scharf goes to center field, and our center fielder in Oakley Armstrong, I believe, goes to second base. Is that correct?
Yep, and then Peyton Stannard, I believe, went to the bench.
So that's where this all comes into play here. So that's why it's taking a little bit of time, is Ashlyn Scharf. And Ashlyn waited into the dugout until they decided what they were going to do there. So Peyton Stannard is replaced at second base, and basically what happens in this situation is that Borman enters the lineup because they do not have a designated player or a DH as far as that goes. But Borman enters the lineup in the number 7 spot in the lineup and replaces Peyton Stannard, basically. So that's the substitutions. So Tenley Borman is the new pitcher. They still continue at home plate, making all the conversation. And now Coach Kummer has finally finished her discussion with the home plate umpire. He's going to go over to the Clayton Ridge dugout and explain everything now.
Yeah, that took a while. Maybe she just wasn't sure who she was going to take out of the game and put on the bench there. I think she knew she wanted Scharf's bat in the game, but it was who are we gonna sit down for a little bit?
Meanwhile, Lola Reimer has been standing there waiting to bat for a couple of minutes, and Tenley Borman maybe another couple warm-up pitches.
Yeah, if I was her, I maybe would throw a couple more yet here.
And she came out without any warm-up on the side, so she just came right into the ball game for Central. So the bases are loaded. This is the 9th Eagle to bat here in the top of the 3rd inning. That's after they sent 10 to the plate in the 1st inning. And all of our substitutions finally taken care of, and we're back to action. So both books are updated, and Lola Reimer, who's 0 for 2, has grounded out to second, drove in a run, and bounced back to the mound. 1 out still here in the top of the 3rd inning. Borman delivers the pitch, and that's fisted. Shortstop calling for it. Infield fly rule in effect, and making the play near the circle is the shortstop, Brace Barons. Reimer pops out to short, and a big out number 1 here in the 3rd inning. Out number 2, I should say.
Yeah, huge out right there. Second out, they can get out of this inning with just 4 runs scored.
Malia Patino is up to bat. Patino is 0 for 1. Walked in the 1st, struck out in the 2nd inning. And a good job by Tenley Borman coming in and getting ahead on the first batter, throwing a strike for the pop-out. Pitch to Patino, it's upstairs, but a called strike. The count is 0-1. Now, Borman, quite different velocity-wise than Scharf.
Yeah, and that's probably going to throw the Eagles off, for a little bit till they're able to time her up. But, yeah, she doesn't throw as hard as Scharf does.
She's an 8th grader, so, again, the big thing is throwing strikes. And this ball line to the shortstop, Barnes reaches over to the left, makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. So Tenley Borman comes in and gets 2 huge outs, and that does it for the Eagles in the top of the 3rd inning. But they pick up 4 runs. They do it on 2 hits. They leave the bases loaded for a second time. 8-0. Eagles in the lead.
You love your business. You put everything into it, nurtured it so it grow into the pride and joy it's become. It's only natural that you want to protect it with the right insurance. An insurance policy from West Bend is the best way to keep it happy, healthy, and profitable. We'll wrap it in the cozy warmth of the silver lining. To find out how West Bend can protect your business, contact Michael Beck, agent with Gifford Insurance Agency in Elkader at 245-1360.
No trip to Northeast Iowa is complete without a visit to the Turkey River Mall in Elkader. Browse and shop through 4 levels with over 14,000 square feet of purely unique shopping. You'll discover an eclectic mix of old and new, including antiques, jewelry, high-end, and resale clothing for kids and adults, furniture, art, books, toys, crafts, rocks, and minerals, and think custom apparel. Visit our updated website at turkeyrivermall.com or like and share our Facebook page.
Top Gun Customs knows that the insurance company wants you to do all the work for them. They want you to download the app, take the pictures, upload them, then they want you to accept the paltry check they think will repair your vehicle. No, no, no. Top Gun writes an accurate estimate, takes the photos, and explains the repair process to you. Let Bob and the guys take all the worries out of your repairs. Call Bob or Nancy at 563-964-9899 at Top Gun to schedule your repair today.
So we now go to the bottom of the third inning with an 8-0 lead for Clayton Ridge. And for Central, they'll send up Aiden Schutte, that's the number 9 spot in their lineup, followed by Reese Barons and Oakley Armstrong. So Eagles scoring 4 in the first, 4 in the third, but they also left the bases loaded twice in this ball game. So they've had a chance to add on a little more. Schutte takes the first pitch high. The count is 1-0.
Yeah, this could be a double-digit lead if they didn't leave bases loaded two times already.
And both of those situations were with 1 out, by the way. So here is the first pitch, and it's a pop-up. The pitcher going up the line, and that will fall foul, is Carly Willie, but she cannot get to it as it falls harmlessly halfway up the line of the first base side and bounces against the Eagle dugout. The count is 1-1.
Yeah, just a long way to go for Willie to get that one. She gave it a look, but couldn't quite get there.
And again, evened up is now the count. So a ball and a strike. Number 9 spot in Aiden Schutte. Central, again, shut out the 2 games against Keyhigh. Just looking for base runners here. Find a way to get on.
Yeah, any way to scratch a run across, maybe that breaks something open and you can score a few.
Pitch inside there, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. So 2 balls and a strike, 2-1 offering, bouncing ball foul at the third base side. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. If you are Carly Willie, you've got an 8-0 lead, and this has to change the way you pitch.
Yeah, you don't want to give free passes at this point. Throw strikes, trust your defense. If it does come to a point, then you can change your style back again.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2-2 pitch. It is low. The count is full. Willie walked 2 in the first. Did not walk anybody. Had a 1-2-3. Bottom of the second inning. Has 1 strikeout through 2 innings of work, but has worked the count full here now to Aiden Schutte. So here is now your 3-2 pitch. Shooting line shot into center field. It's a base hit. Leadoff single. Scoots a step by Ostrander, but she'll get it in there as Schutte rounds first base. And that is the first base hit of the ball game for the Warriors. Solid single to center by Aiden Schutte.
Yeah, great piece of hitting there. Right back up the middle. Solid single.
So that brings up the top of the lineup in Reese Barons. And you talk about hitting-wise. Schutte, who actually was 0 for 4 through the first couple of games, she will be replaced here, and this is a pinch runner coming in for Schutte. We'll try to let you know who that is. And that substitution made. This is, again, you figure Schutte will re-enter here defensively.
I would think. Yeah, I'm guessing this is just for a little more speed on the base paths.
So top of the lineup up to bat in Reese Barons, who flew out to left field, takes the pitch high, and the count goes to 1-0. Number 15 is our runner in Kendall Wagner. So Kendall Wagner is our pinch runner in the ball game for Central. And the first pitch was a ball to Reese Barons, who again flew out to left field, takes the pitch inside, count goes to 2-0. They snap throw to first base. It scoots off the glove of Reimer and ricochets towards second base, where it's picked up there by Felder, stayed in the infield, sliding back safe at first, was again the runner Wagner.
Yeah, at least, Reimer got a piece of that, knocked it down, so it didn't go into right field there.
So the count, though, 2-0 to Reese Barons. 2-0 pitch, bouncing ball, trying to backhand it is the shortstop, Alyssa Willie. It'll get by her, scoots into left field. Back-to-back singles for the Warriors. 2 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, they've got something brewing here. 2 runners on. Number 2 spot in their lineup. They've got a chance to score some runs here.
Oakley Armstrong is up to bat, so nobody out. First 2 Warriors reaching in the bottom of the third, trailing by a score of 8-0. Ashlyn Scharf, the top hitter, waiting on deck. Pitch there is high. The count goes to 1-0. The Warriors, who have struggled offensively, 9-1, reaching the base paths.
Yeah, it's a great sight to see if you're the Warrior fan there.
You're putting the ball into play. 1-0 is the count. Carly Willie, first time she's had some trouble. Bouncing ball right back to the mound. She'll go to third base. They'll get the out there. The ball is dropped, then picked back up in time by the third baseman, Patino. I think Patino was looking to go across the diamond back to first, but was fortunate to regroup and step on the bag there, hang on to it for what is out number 1. And Coach Kummer, I think, wants to maybe check this at home plate.
Yeah, worked in the Eagles' favor last time. I think she was able to pick that one up in time, but I think you're right, Dan. I think she was looking to make that next play before she had secured the first play.
So Ashlyn Scharf is now up to bat. Armstrong safe on the fielder's choice. Advancing to second once again is there Barnes. Here's a bouncing ball to the shortstop. Willie charges it and has no play. The ball hit off the end of the bat by Ashlyn Scharf. Stayed in the infield. The runner went by Barnes. Good speed getting to third base, and the Warriors have the bases loaded. An infield single by Ashlyn Scharf.
Yeah, just shortstop thought she could make the tag, wasn't able to do it, and too late to go anywhere else with it by then.
Gracie Kenneker is now up to bat with the bases loaded. Kenneker is 0 for 1, a strikeout victim back in the first. Warriors, their first opportunity here in this ball game, so really threatening. And here swinging through a pitch in the dirt is Kenneker, a little over aggressive, and the count goes to 0-1.
Yeah, she sees those base runners out there. She really wants to get them home.
If you're the Warriors, you got to come up with something in this inning. At least manufacture a run. Hopefully you put up a crooked number.
Yeah, if you can even put it on the ground to the right side, should get a run in.
0-1 pitch, and it's a high, and the count goes to 1-1. So evened up. At third base, once again, is Barnes. Armstrong at second. Scharf at first. And the Warriors have 3 hits in the inning. So this is their first inning where they've erupted. Here's a bouncing ball foul as it hit the catcher Millard from behind, and the count goes to 1-2. Willie, who's only actually has 2 strikeouts, but one of them was Kenneker, could really help herself out here.
Yeah, a strikeout would be huge for Willie here.
A ball and 2 strikes. Our home plate umpire cleaning home plate, making sure things are taken care of. And that's all good and it looks nice and shiny. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's now your 1-2 pitch. Swinging through it is Kenneker. The ball gets by the catcher Millard. Scoring from third will be Barron standing up, but it's a strikeout. It's out number 2. It is strikeout number 3 recorded, but the wild pitch leads Barons to score the first Warrior run, and they're within 8-1. So that is the third strikeout. Kenneker does not get credited with an RBI there, by the way. But that is the type of ball that when it got by the catcher, you can score on.
Yeah, and she got a good jump from third on that one as well. But, yeah, it kind of took that big bounce over top of the catcher.
So Coach Backus taking his first time out of the ball game to bring in the infield. There's runners on first and third. Why did we not get a runner to second base there?
I think, one of these two, I was talking to third base coach, is the second base runner.
And at first base, there should not be a runner.
I was going to say, so is she allowed to take first on that?
Well, it's a drop third strike, but the bases are loaded.
Yeah.
So there should not be.
She's over there.
So the bases are still loaded. There is only 1 out.
They're giving her that base.
So, all right. So the Warriors trying to take advantage of this with 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. Pitch, and it's a high pop-up, edge of the infield. Going back, it's the second baseman, and making the play, backpedaling is Felder near the edge of the infield. Catches it for out number 2, and that brings up now Crystal Goodrich. And a standing job by the second baseman, Felder, tracking that down.
Yeah, that was a tough play, and she did a really nice job staying with that, reaching out and gloving it for the second out.
First base is occupied on a drop third strike.
Yeah, I'm confused too. I thought that would be an out there, but
the only thing I can think of, and she swung.
Yeah.
So it's not like it was ball 4.
Yeah, unless when the runners move, does that matter? I'm not sure.
Crystal Goodrich is up to bat. She is 0 for 1. We'll try to ask our home plate, our base umpire during the inning. But here's a ball lined. That's into center field. It's a base hit. Scoring from third is Armstrong. Scharf will have to hold it to third as the throw gets by the catcher Millard. But it's a base hit and RBI for Goodrich. And the Warriors have scored twice here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, good piece of hitting there by Goodrich. Just driving it into over second base and another RBI.
So this will bring up Tenley Borman. Again, she has entered this ball game in place of Peyton Stannard in the lineup with the bases still loaded for Central. So there is 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. And here is now the offering and swinging through it. Borman, good cut. And Willie gets ahead. The count is 0-1.
Yeah, not a huge strike zone there, but she sure took a big cut at that.
0-1. Bases loaded. Scharf's at third. Second base is once again there in Kenneker. And Goodrich is at first base. And that ball is thrown for a ball. And the count is 1-1. So 1-1. So I have Kenneker still out on my lineup card. But she is safe on a drop third strike. Willie still credited with the strikeout, by the way. And here is the 1-1 pitch. It's a strike to Borman. And the count goes to 1-2. This is the 8th Warrior to bat here in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, they've done a nice job this inning.
Eagles have batted around twice in this game in the first 3 innings. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1-2 pitch, swinging through the upstairs pitch as Borman could not get to it. Strikeout number 4 recorded by Willie, and that does it for the Warriors in the bottom of the third. But they pick up 2 runs. They do it on 3 hits. They leave the bases loaded. We've played 3, and it's 8-0, Clayton Ridge in the lead.
No trip to Northeast.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
We are happy to announce we are once again performing cataract surgery right here at home. This is Jessica Jones, surgery supervisor. We welcome Dr. Cancel from Gunderson, who performs this surgery monthly at our local surgery suite and holds consultations at Gunderson Eye Clinic, Waukon. Dr. Cancel is a wonderful addition to our surgery team, and we're so happy he's here. Call us today for more information.
Exceptional caring people, Veterans Memorial.
Eagle Warrior Softball is brought to you in part by Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, Grau Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona and Waukon, and Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. This is KEDR Elkader, Iowa. So we go to the top of the 4th inning. It is 8-2. Clayton Ridge leads Central. And the Warriors getting an answer there. They actually had 4 hits in the inning.
Yeah, they did a nice job hitting the ball that inning, scratching across a couple runs. Great inning there by the Warrior bats.
Meanwhile, it will be Kara Felder, Alyssa Willie, and Bryn Meyer. That is 7, 8, and 9 to lead things off here in the top of the 4th inning. And in this game, Felder is 1 for 2. A strikeout victim, singled and scored back in the 3rd inning. So she is up for the 3rd time, takes the pitch upstairs, count is 1-0. Tinley Borman is in her 2nd inning of relief. Ashlyn Scharf went 2 in the 3rd innings, allowed 4 hits, 8 runs, walked 8, struck out 3, and Borman came in to get the last 2 outs in the 3rd inning to keep the Warriors alive in this game.
Yeah, with just 3 pitches.
1-0 pitch to Felder, pops it up. This will make it over the backstop out of play. It's a ball and a strike. And Borman doing a good job throwing strikes here right now.
Yeah, and that's what they need. We talked about how much those walks hurt, and those 8 walks really hurt Ashlyn Scharf.
Out of those 8 walks, a total of 5 of them scored in this game. So you can tell that leads to trouble, or as a result of the walks, ended up scoring. Felder fouls it down the left field line, and it just hooks foul as it hit off the edge of the grass, and the count goes to, again, a ball and 2 strikes.
That was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be off the bat. That almost landed in fair territory.
Yeah, it was starting to sink away as we ended up in foul territory on the 3rd base line. So well in front of the pitch was Felder. A ball and 2 strikes now. And Borman sets, has a rocking back motion. 1-2 pitch, it's upstairs. The count is 2-2. So Borman, again, just throwing strikes is what this is all about for this young 8th grader getting varsity experience.
Yeah, and this is good experience for her. She's able to throw more pitches, the better she'll get.
2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 offering, it is low, and the count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. We have had a lot of full counts in this game. A lot of them.
Yeah, we sure have.
Makes it kind of a tougher night, not only for the announcers, but also for the home plate umpire as well.
And the fielders as well.
Yeah, start to lull you to sleep a little bit. Next thing you know, ball's rifled right at you. 3-2 pitch, high pop up, third baseman, and now backing off of it as the catcher goes up the line. And Gracie Kenneker makes the play about 20 feet up the line, straddling the line for out number 1. Felder pops out to the catcher.
Yeah, it's a nice play by Kenneker there. That's not an easy play for a catcher to go get those pop flies.
Yeah,
She did a
she's
nice
actually
job.
running towards it.
Yeah.
And that brings up now Alyssa Willie, the number 8 hitter. Willie is 1 for 1. Base hit and an RBI, walked and scored in the 3rd inning. But the Warriors getting the leadoff batter out, and they have retired now 3 in a row. So that is positive since Borman has come in. Pitch to Willie inside, the count goes to 1-0. They are playing 2 today. We are just bringing you game number 1 this afternoon. A ball and no strikes is the count to the 8 hitter in Willie. And Borman, again, kind of a slower motion, but gets set, and the 1-0 pitch is upstairs. The count is 2-0. Just trying to find her rhythm on the mound.
Yeah, and first time she's really started behind a hitter here.
Eagles have 8 runs, 4 hits in this game. So that lets you know they've been able to take advantage of the walks. They have not committed an error defensively. And the pitch there, swinging through the upstairs pitch is Willie. Tough pitch to get to eye level, and it goes to 2-1.
Yeah, why is it those high pitches like that look so sweet?
Right about eye level, they're just tempted, aren't they?
Yeah.
So 2 balls and a strike is the count. So Tenley Borman delivering now the 2-1 pitch to Willie, and Willie hits a bouncing ball. Shortstop Barons bobbles it, recovers, throw to the first baseman Blair Scharf, and a nice job by the shortstop Armstrong. Oakley Armstrong, actually, correction, Reese Barons is at shortstop. Armstrong's at second base. And a nice play there by Reese Barons for out number 2.
Yeah, a little bobble, but again, no panic, and makes a strong throw to first for the out.
And remember, she played some outfield last year, moving into the infield this year. And this could be a 1-2-3 inning for the Eagles, which would be for the first time tonight. They've been retired in order.
Yeah, Borman, 4 batters faced, 4 outs.
Bryn Meyer is 0 for 1, walked and drove in a run, safe on a fielder's choice, and scored. Ball that bounces in the dirt all the way to home plate. It was like a bowling ball there. And the count goes to 1-0 to Meyer. So Borman just lost the grip on it. 1-0 is the count, 2 outs, top of the 4th inning. And again, working on the mound here is Borman, who just gets the ball back, sets, then works, pitch outside, count is 1-1, actually 2-0. I would say a very deliberate motion for Borman. I mean, really takes her time on the mound.
Yeah, she does. She does a nice job throwing strikes, though, thus far.
A good example is she's set, she's checking into the catcher, and still holding the ball, and now rocks. And here's a 2-0 pitch, popped up against the backstop. The count is 2-1. But very meticulous in how she's working it, and whatever she's doing, it's working well for her. Hasn't issued a walk, and done a good job throwing strikes here, coming in for relief. And that's what the Warriors looking for on the mound, just strikes at this point. Time taken by our home plate umpire, and I believe Meyer steps out to regroup with the count 2-0. So takes a couple of practice swings, steps back into the box after calling time. 2-0. Here is the 2-0 pitch to Borman. It's outside. Count goes to 3-0. Well, here we've been talking about doing a good job, getting ahead, throwing strikes, and falls behind with 2 outs.
Yeah, that's the old announcer's curse there.
Yeah. So 3-0, number 9 hitter for the Eagles, up with 2 outs here in the 4th inning. And Borman set to deliver now the 3-1 pitch. 3-1 pitch popped up. Barons comes in inside the baseline between second and third, calls for it, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. Outstanding job by Tenley Borman. 3 up and 3 down. Eagles go down in order for the first time tonight. 8-2, Eagles in the lead.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk-On.
Hey, sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency. Now in the bottom of the fourth inning, 8-2, Clayton Ridge in the lead. Audrey Paulus, Aiden Schutte, then the top of the lineup with Reese Behrens up here for the Warriors. Warriors scored 2 runs their last at-bat. Swinging through the 1-0 pitch there is once again Paulus, and the count goes to 1-1. In that third inning, the strikeout by Kenneker, we've confirmed it, she should have been out.
Yeah, unless there's something we really missed there.
And there was not 2 outs at the time. There was only 1 out at the time. If there's 2 outs, you can go.
Yeah, then it would be live. Yeah.
But looking here, that was only, and looking at our book, that was only 1 out. And what I'm amazed about here is that nobody caught it. As this ball popped up over the third base dugout, out of play, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Both umpires, coaches from Clayton Ridge, you think you might have a fan yelling or something, but yeah, just the game seemed to carry on like normal there.
And she swung through the pitch. It was a pitch that was in the dirt and struck out. If you're Central, you take it any way you can. Here's a pitch in the dirt. Count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes to Paulus.
Yeah.
I mean, because you just were given another out.
Yeah, if you're Central, you're not saying a word, and you're just looking around hoping no one else does either.
So the full count to the leadoff hitter for Audrey Paulus. We had to double and triple check to make sure we were right on that because we thought we had that correct, and we did not get a chance to talk to our base umpire. He's over on the first base line. 3-2 pitch, swinging right through it is Paulus. Strikeout number 5, recorded there by, once again, Willie, and it's out number 1 here in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, really nice pitch by Willie there to get the strikeout.
And by the way, a correction there, that is actually strikeout number 4, recorded there by Willie. But it's still out number 1. Aiden Schutte, who started the last inning, swings through the first pitch there. The count is 0-1. She started that 2-run inning for Central.
Yeah, she had a nice solid single right back up the middle.
So she's 1 for 1. She would later be forced out at third base, but the Warriors did end up scoring 2 runs as part of that inning. Takes a pitch at the knees. It's a strike. Count is 0-2. So Willie in her 4th inning of work, she did not give up a hit till the 3rd inning, and she gave up 4 hits in that inning, but made the Warriors hit the ball that inning to score their runs. And here is now the 0-2 pitch, taking it inside, called strike 3. Now that's strikeout number 5 by Willie, and it's out number 2 very quickly here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, she's maybe found a little bit of a groove here.
Reese Behrens is up to bat, top of the lineup for the Warriors. Behrens 1 for 2, flew out to left field, singled and scored in the 3rd inning. Top of the lineup up here for the Warriors, but there's 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch to Behrens, and she ropes that into left field and falls in front of Sodawasser, who misses the ball. Behrens will turn. She'll go to second base. Here's the throw in. The ball dropped by the second baseman, Felder, and safe at second base is Behrens. It's a base hit advancing on the air. There's a runner in scoring position for the Warriors with 2 outs.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting by Behrens. 2 for her last 2, so she's coming around with the bat.
That is the 5th hit for the Warriors. Oakley Armstrong is up to bat. So let's see if the Warriors can get something going with 2 outs here. Pitch to Armstrong. She fists that one over the first base dugout out of play, and the count goes to 0-1. So Oakley Armstrong is 0 for 1, walked in the 1st inning, safe on a fielder's choice, and scored one of the 2 Central runs in the 4th inning. Behrens scored 1, Armstrong scored the other. 2 outs, 0-1 pitch, it's away, and it goes to a ball and a strike. So bottom of the 4th inning. And this is our quietest inning we've had for either team in this game.
Yeah, we thought it might be a quick inning, but then Reese Behrens kind of spoiled that for us.
1 ball and 1 strike, 1-1 pitch, and that ball's lined into center field right to Audrey Ostrander, who takes a step to her right and catches it on the fly. Hit hard by Armstrong, but right at the center fielder in Ostrander for the 3rd out of the inning. The Warriors, no runs a hit. They leave a runner at second. We've played 4, and it's 8-2, Eagles in the lead.
Alameda Clayton REC provides more than just energy. They also provide ideas to help keep you safe. Nearly 2 in 5 U.S. homeowners will put themselves and others at risk this year by digging without calling 811 beforehand. Always contact 811 before digging to avoid service disruptions caused by damaged buried utilities. At Alameda Clayton REC, they care about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connection.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Eagle Warrior Softball is brought to you in part by Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, and Adverse Weather Insurance. Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent. We now go to the top of the fifth inning. Clayton Ridge leading Central by a score of 8-2. For the Eagles, it'll be the top of the lineup for them. Audrey Ostrander, Alyssa Sodawasser, and Carly Willie. Clayton Ridge, 8 runs, 4 hits. They've committed 1 error. Central has actually out-hit the Eagles. 2 runs, 5 hits. They've also committed 1 error. Been well played in that regard.
Yeah, and talk a little bit about Tinley Borman here. You know, she's faced 5 batters and no one's reached base yet on her.
Done an outstanding job. Now entering her 3rd inning of relief. She came in with 1 out in the 3rd inning to end that jam. So Ostrander up to bat. Ostrander is 1 for 2. Done her job as a leadoff hitter. Been on twice and scored a run. Swings right through a pitch there. The count is 0-1. Ostrander walked in the first, struck out in the 1st inning, and then singled in 2 runs in the 3rd inning. Eagles scoring 4 in the 1st, 4 in the 3rd, and lead right now 8-2. Warriors answered with 2 in the bottom of the 3rd. Ostrander bouncing ball, shortstop Behrens backhands it but has no play. Great job by Behrens, backhanding it towards the 5.5 hole, but realized I've got no chance to get the speedy Ostrander, and Ostrander has her 2nd hit on an infield single.
Yeah, that would have been a long throw for Behrens, and Ostrander's got good speed getting down that line.
So that brings up now, once again, Alyssa Sodawasser, who has reached base all 3 times in this game. That's the first base runner. Borman's allowed. Pitch striking the inside. Count is 0-1. Sodawasser singled and scored in the 1st. Single, but was forced out at 2nd base in the 2nd inning, then walked in the 3rd. So the top 3 hitters for Clayton Ridge have been on base now a total of 9 of the 10 times they've been up. So needless to say, they're doing the job. Ostrander at first base with a count 0-1 to Sodawasser, who squares the bunt, bluffing all the way. Ostrander off and running, throw to 2nd base, not in time. And the ball gets by as the center fielder came in sharp to back up Behrens. The ball scoots by the shortstop and the center fielder covering 2nd, and Ostrander will advance to 3rd base on the air. So a low throw, and Ostrander had done a pop-up slide at 2nd base and was up before the ball got there.
Yeah, she's got really good speed there. Like we said, surprised she didn't run that 1st inning when she drew that walk, but she showed her speed there.
Sodawasser squared to bunt, but was bluffing all the way, and the count goes to 1-1. So a runner on 3rd, nobody out for the Eagles, who try to continue their pattern of scoring every other inning in this game. And scoreboard says that last pitch was called a strike. So the count may be 0-2. We'll see. Borman delivers now the pitch to Sodawasser. It's in the dirt, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. I thought it was low, so evened up. A ball and 2 strikes is the count. That is, it was called a strike. So a ball and 2 strikes now to Sodawasser. They do not have the ball up on the scoreboard, by the way. They do have the 2 strikes. So here is now your 1-2 pitch. Sodawasser, late swing, bouncing ball, first baseman, that is Scharf, picks it a step of the bag to the right, turns, steps in the bag there, and Ostrander actually holds at 3rd, but out number 1 recorded at 1st.
Yeah, with her speed, I'm surprised she held there at 3rd, but maybe didn't get a good jump off the hit there.
So that brings up now Carly Willie, who's reached base 3 times. She has hit into 2 fielders' choices, but walked and drove in a run. She has also scored a run in this ballgame. That's the first out recorded here in the top of the 5th inning. So Ostrander still at 3rd base. Top of the lineup here for the Eagles. The 3 spot is who's up here. And Borman delivers the first pitch, and that ball's lined in at center field. It's a base hit. Scharf quickly gets it back into the infield, and Carly Willie delivers a 2nd run. The ball gets by the 2nd baseman covering the bag in Armstrong, but it's backed up by the 1st baseman. Carly Willie with a base hit and an RBI, and it's 9-2 Eagles in the lead.
Good piece of hitting by Carly Willie again there.
So she has reached base 4 times. Amira Millard is up to bat. 7-run lead for Clayton Ridge. And Millard has reached base all 3 times. Walked to drive in a run and scored. Safe on an error. It also walked and drove in a run in the 3rd inning. So she's got 2 RBIs without putting the ball into play. And she'll have a chance here as Borman figures to throw strikes. That's one thing Borman has done well. Pitch and trying to turn on that late was Millard, but she stopped the swing, checked it. Count is 1-0. They throw down to first base, but easily back in there is Willie at first base. So 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Eagles scoring for the first time since the 3rd inning. They continue that pattern of every other inning scoring a run. Borman sets, rocks back. Here's the pitch. Millard takes it inside, and the count goes to 2-0. Borman has not issued a walk so far.
Yeah, she's done a really nice job throwing strikes and trusting her defense, and her defense has done a nice job for the most part.
Yeah, they just committed their 2nd error, but for the most part, making the routine plays. So 2-0 is now the count, and Barons delivers the 2-0 pitch to Millard. She takes it all the way. Count is 3-0. Throw down to first base, but again, just barely off the bag is Willie, who just plops back on the bag, and Scharf caught it about 10 feet in front of the bag, so there was no chance for a play there. 3-0 is the count. Green light for Millard here?
You know, maybe she had it in the 2nd inning when it was a 3-0 count.
Yeah, I think she's one of those hitters that you give her the green light anytime. 3-0 pitch, she takes all the way. Must not have been a pitch to her liking.
Yeah,
Takes it inside, count 3-1.
She may have had the green light there and just didn't quite like that one.
So 3 balls and a strike as Borman, the young 8th grader, will try to battle back on the mound. Still at first base is Willie with 1 out. Eagles have scored 1 this inning. 3-1 pitch, and it's a bouncing ball past the diving third baseman Goodrich. It's into left field. Base hit for Millard, who has now reached base for the 4th time in this ball game. And there's runners on 2nd and 1st with 1 out for the Eagles here in the 5th. Lola Reimer, the first baseman, is up to bat. Reimer is 0 for 3, bounced out to 2nd to drive in a run, bounced back to the mound, and popped out to short. This is where Borman came in back in the 3rd inning for relief, was to face Reimer first off.
Yeah, got her out on the first pitch.
So there's runners on 2nd and 1st with 1 out here in the 5th inning. The Eagles have stranded 8 on the base paths, and they've got 2 more on here. Pitch to Reimer, hits a high fly ball down the left field line. If it stays fair, it's gone, but it is going to hook foul down the left field line. Reimer just in front of that one and misses it by about 15 feet to the right.
Yeah, she put a charge into that one. It cleared the fence, sent some fans scattering over behind the fence, but just foul.
So the count is 0-1. It ends up being nothing but a long strike as Reimer turned on that one. At second base, Willie. Millard at first base. Borman looks to work here now with runners on 2nd and 1st. The pitch, and Reimer hits a bouncing ball. Third baseman Goodrich gloves it. She'll race to the bag and get the force out there. So they force out Willie at 3rd. Good decision by the third baseman Goodrich, who caught that ball there a good step and a half in front of the bag and gets out number 2 at third base. So Reimer safe on the fielder's choice. And that brings up now Maria Patino up to bat. So 1 run in the inning so far. And at least the good news is your third baseman knowing exactly where she was going there.
Yeah, good heads-up play by the third baseman.
Patino up to bat, takes the pitch low. The count is 1-0. So you've got a couple of experienced base runners on for Clayton Ridge here with Millard at 3rd, Reimer at 2nd. First pitch to Patino is a ball, and the count is 1-0. So again, Borman works. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Patino takes it high and away. The count is 2-0. This is the 6th batter to bat here in the top of the 5th inning for the Eagles. So they've every inning, they have, with the exception of the 4th inning, they have put multiple base runners on the base paths. And here is now your 2-0 pitch. Patino takes a good healthy cut, swings through a pitch at about belt level, did not get to it, and the count goes to 2-1 now.
Yeah, they seem to really like the odd numbered innings.
Yeah, and part of it is that you've gotten the top of the lineup up in those innings, so that always helps. And they've gotten on base, is what they've done really well in this game.
Yeah, the top of the lineup's done a marvelous job here.
2 balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch. It sails over the head of the catcher Kennecker, who just did get a glove on it, but that will allow everybody to move up 60 feet on what ends up being a wild pitch. Millard to 3rd, Reimer to 2nd, and it's 3-1 now to Patino. Patino 0 for 2 in this game. Walked in the 1st inning, struck out in the 3rd, and lined out to the shortstop on a hard hit ball. That was back in the 3rd inning as well, as they had sent up 10 in that inning. as after batting around in the first inning, too. 3-1 pitch. It is a high pop-up. Barons comes in, makes the play at shortstop for the third out of the inning, took a step, and that does it for the Eagles. They pick up a run. They do it on 3 hits. They leave 2 more in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Now 9-2. Eagles in the lead.
Strawberry Building Supply offers all your building materials for residential and commercial projects. Whether you're building from the ground up, remodeling your home, or a weekend project, we have the materials you'll need. We are an authorized Milwaukee dealer for all your Milwaukee tools. Strawberry Building Supply also has everything you'll need for your pets and livestock. Stop into Strawberry Building Supply today at 413 West Mission Street, Strawberry Point, or call 563-933-4579.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
So now in the bottom of the 5th inning, Clayton Ridge scoring a run in the top of the 5th. They have scored 4 in the 1st, 4 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th, and they lead by a score of 9-2 after the Warriors scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. For the Warriors, after being shut out a couple of ball games in a row, able to get the offense going. Ashlyn Scharf, Gracie Kenneker, and Blair Scharf to lead things off. That'll be 3, 4, and 5 for the Warriors here as they trail in the bottom of inning number 5.
Yeah, they got a couple runs in. Got to scratch a couple more across these last 3 innings.
We got a score from South Wind and West Central softball tonight, and West Central putting a hurting on South Wind right now.
Yeah, it's 13-6 right now with West Central in the lead.
I think you're going to see a lot of ball games this year in the conference. 10-8, 13-7, 13-9. It's just a matter of which team plays well. Scharf lines that down the left field line, but well foul. She had a good cut on the first pitch inside. The count is 0-1.
Yeah, she roped that one.
I think the game we had the other night is going to be a rarity in the Upper Iowa Conference. I don't think we're going to see many 3-1 ball games.
Yeah, I agree. We don't have the dominant pitchers this year. We got some good pitchers that throw strikes, but just not the dominant ones.
Pitch down low to Scharf in the dirt. 1-1 is the count. Ashlyn Scharf has been on base twice, walked in the first inning, singled back in the 3rd inning. So Scharf to lead things off. Warriors trying to chip their way back down 9-2. And she lines that ball. That's into left field. Hits the edge of the infield over the third baseman's head. And Ashlyn Scharf with the leadoff single to start things in the bottom of the 5th inning for the Warriors. Brings up Gracie Kenneker. Kenneker, the catcher, is 0 for 2, has struck out twice, but reached in the 3rd inning when she really shouldn't have reached.
Yeah, that was that questionable call that unless we missed something, I think the umpires may have made a mistake on that one.
So here is the first pitch. She squares to bunt, bluffing all the way. You're talking about Central being down by 7 runs, but I think you can be aggressive with Scharf on the base pass yet.
Yeah, I think so, and a bunt might not be a bad idea here. Make the Eagles make a play.
Kenneker took it high, and the count is 1-0. Squares to bunt again, lays it down up the third baseline, but it will roll just foul as it's barehanded by Patino about halfway up the line. Well, Kenneker has had 2 at-bats, and the 2 strikeouts she had were pitches that were in the dirt, so she's just looking to find a way on the base paths.
Yeah, just, again, put it in play. Looked like she had pretty decent speed down the line there. She may have been able to leg that one out for a hit.
So the count is 3 balls and 2, or actually 1-1 is the count with a runner at first base. A lot used to the full counts, and Kenneker stabs a bunt attempt that was tough. She just stabbed at it late. Little indecision going after that pitch.
Yeah, I think she wasn't quite sure what she wanted to do and got caught in between.
So a ball and 2 strikes is the count. Carly Willie has only allowed 5 hits, actually now 6 hits. Here's a bouncing ball, shortstop, fielding it there is Alyssa Willie. Goes to second base, they'll get 1 out there. Felder tries to turn 2, throw across to Reimer, scoots by her. It was not in time anyway, and having to hold at first base is Kenneker. Scharf forced out at second for out number 1.
A good play by the shortstop there, getting that lead runner.
So Alyssa Willie, and the older sister of Carly Willie, by the way. So we've got the Scharf sisters playing for Central, Willie sisters for Clayton Ridge. And Blair Scharf, one of those sisters, is up to bat. 0 for 2, and she lifts a high fly ball. This is towards center field. Coming in is Ostrander, makes the play basket style, bobbles it, but hangs on near the edge of the infield. Good hustle by Ostrander to track it down. Speed never goes into a slump, and it's out number 2.
Yeah, just showing off her wheels there. Covered a lot of ground there to make that play.
Brings up Crystal Goodrich, now the third baseman. Goodrich is 1 for 2. Warriors put the leadoff runner on here in the bottom of the 5th, but now there's quickly 2 outs. So Goodrich bounced out to short, singled, takes the pitch for a strike there. The count is 0-1. Eagles may have the blueprint for how you're going to be successful in the conference if you can throw strikes, because she's only walked 2.
Yep, throw strikes, play good defense, and you've got a chance every night.
And that pitch inside misses 1-0. They throw it down to first base. Miller does, but diving back in there safe is Kenneker. Yeah, those walks, by the way, came back in the first inning. So she hasn't walked anybody. She walked the 2 and 3 hitters to start this ball game in the first inning. Otherwise, she is throwing strikes. 1-1 pitch, swinging through it, getting a piece of it rather, is Goodrich, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, like you said, I think that's going to be key. If you can, eliminate the walks and make the other teams earn it, I think Clayton Ridge could do finish high in the conference with that strategy.
This win here, if they hang on, is the 1-2 pitch. Bouncing ball right side of the infield. Second baseman Felder flips it to the shortstop. Alyssa Willie covering the bag and the force out there. Warriors trying to rally in this ball game, but they come up empty in the bottom of the 5th. No runs a hit, leaving 1. What I was going to say there is Eagles trying to get to 3-0. They lead 9-2. Let's take this break. Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents, Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer in both Guttenberg and Monona, a call. You can reach Andy or Troy at 563-252-2471. That's 563-252-2471. They can help you and your family be good at life.
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping are proud supporters of all of our local high school sports teams. We want to wish everyone the best of luck on their season. We are here for all your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Give us a call at 563-245-2154. Again, that number is 563-245-2154. Thank you from Kurt and Ann at Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping, located in downtown Elkader.
Eagle Warrior Softball is brought to you in part by Rivertown Family Dentistry, Dr. Alicia Waukee in Guttenberg, TD Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Elkader, David Balls, agent for Balls Insurance Agency in Elkader, Nick's Excavating and Kane Construction in Farmersburg, T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, and Myers Auto Service in Monona. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Clayton Ridge leads 9-2. They'll send up 7, 8, and 9 in their lineup. Kiara Felder, Alyssa Willie, and Bryn Meyer to lead things off. And again, they lead here by a score of 9-2. 9 runs for Clayton Ridge in this ball game, and they have a total of 7 hits in this game. They have committed 1 error. For Central, 2 runs, 6 hits, and they've committed 2 errors in the ball game. On that ground ball to end things in the bottom of the 5th inning, and we've seen this a couple of times. At least we have players that really know what they're doing, where they're going.
Yeah, she made a nice quick flip to second base. She knew exactly what she was going to do when the ball came to her.
Yeah, you're heading in that direction anyway, so that's the way to get that force out at third base. We've seen the third baseman for Central and Crystal Goodrich, right decision with runners on second and first to step on the bag. So to lead things off, Felder is 1 for 3 in this game. Was struck out back in the first, singled and scored in the 3rd inning, and popped out to the catcher in the 4th inning. So the bottom of the lineup, which has scored 3 runs for Clayton Ridge as part of that 4-run 3rd inning, they lead things off here in the top of the 6th inning. Moving right along, sun's starting to settle down here. Our wind has picked up a little bit, kind of blowing out towards, looks like left field right now, but not going to be an issue. This is a hitter's park regardless of the wind.
Yeah. Well, the Reimer almost showed us the way there.
Yep, and 180 down the lines, 210 to center field, and the alleys, again, 210's the deepest part of the park. The alleys at about 195, 200 feet or so. Here is now the pitch, and Felder hits a bouncing ball off the glove of Goodrich, just standing on the line. It'll be a bad hop single. Hit down the line by Felder, and the leadoff runner on here in the 6th inning. Goodrich got a glove on it, but that ball really came up.
Yeah, she hit that hard down the line. Good, really good piece of hitting by Felder.
And that brings up now Alyssa Willie, the number 8 spot in the lineup. Willie is 1 for 2 with a base hit and an RBI in the 1st inning, walked in the 3rd inning, and bounced out to short. Eagles put the leadoff runner on here in the top of the 6th inning, leading by a score of 9-2. First pitch to Willie, it's low. The count is 1-0. They throw down to first base, and back in there standing up is the base runner there in Felder. We have seen a number of throws down to first base, so both these catchers trying to keep everybody honest.
I believe Felder stole a base in the 3rd inning as well, so she might be looking to go.
Yep, and then she certainly did to move into scoring position, especially being the leadoff runner on here. And the first pitch to Willie, she fists it to the shortstop, coming over as Barents, catches it, goes to first base, trying to turn a double play, but back in there standing up is Felder. Willie didn't look like she got a full piece of that, popped it up in the infield to Barents, and it's out number 1.
Yeah, and almost got Felder over at first base for the double play.
Heads up play by Alyssa Willie to throw it across the diamond. Bryn Meyer now up to bat. Meyer is 0 for 2, walked in a run in the 1st inning. Safe on a fielder's choice, scored a run, and popped out to short. The left-handed hitting Meyer is our only left-handed bat in this lineup tonight, and she takes that pitch outside. The count goes to 1-0. Kenneker runs the ball halfway up the line, and off and running is going to be Felder, and the throw to second base not in time. A delayed steal by Felder. Kenneker ran at her, and when that happened, Felder took off to second.
I think right play there by Kenneker, just wasn't able to get the throw there in time.
So Bryn Meyer is up to bat. That'll be the 2nd stolen base for Felder. And we've got time taken. Coach Kummer came out there. I think she had a question. Was there maybe some contact? It was Kenneker was running up the line with the batter, Meyer, left-handed bat.
Possible. I didn't see that, but that's definitely possible.
So moving into scoring position is Felder with 1 out. Bryn Meyer took that pitch, first one. Was a ball, and the count is 1-0, I believe. So here is now the 1-0 offering, and Meyer takes it outside again. It's a called strike, though, and we'll double-check our count. Is it 0-2? Do you call that first pitch a strike?
I guess I didn't see. I must have.
So the back-to-back pitches have been outside, and Meyer, the number 9 hitter in the lineup, takes time. Again, she did this earlier when the count was 2 strikes. Took time to regroup. So the count apparently is 0-2. Our scoreboard is correct this time. With 1 out, Borman delivers the pitch, and Meyer takes it in the dirt. Should be a ball and 2 strikes. Felder, a couple of steps off of second base, but scampers back to the bag, not far enough away to try to go to third. So a ball and 2 strikes. Again, this is game 1 of 2. They will definitely finish the second game under the lights tonight, and our home plate umpire has let us know the count is indeed a ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 is the count. And here is now your 1-2 pitch. It's upstairs, evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Tenley Borman came in for relief in the 3rd inning, so she has done an excellent job in relief.
Yeah, only allowed 1 run in her relief appearance.
And has not walked anybody. That's the important part.
That's the key.
Yep. Again, free passes are like giving up runs easily in a ball game. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Meyer. And here is now your 2-2 pitch. Meyer fouls it up against the backstop. We'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the lineup, which has been on base all night long for Clayton Ridge, is waiting on deck in Audrey Ostrander, who has scored 3 runs from the leadoff spot and driven in 2 runs. So she has done a perfect job as a leadoff hitter. She's been on base 3 of the 4 times. So has Sodawasser, and Willie's been on base all 4 times. So the top 3 hitters finding their way on. Pitch upstairs. We'll go to a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Meyer was down on the count 0-2, and now the count back to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Only Borman's 2nd full count.
So that's a positive. I think if the Warriors getting anything out of this ball game, realize that they've got a youngster that can work on the mound for them. Give them some innings anyway. 3 balls and 2 strikes, 3-2 pitch, and swinging right through it there is Meyer. It's the first strikeout recorded by Borman, and it's out number 2 here in the 6th.
Yeah, Borman's doing a great job, getting some valuable experience, and like we said, she's an 8th grader. You know, she's gonna get bigger and stronger, and she's got a chance to be a pretty good pitcher.
Audrey Ostrander now up to bat. We mentioned she's 2 for 3, walked and scored, struck out in the first inning, singled in 2 runs and scored in the third, singled and scored in the 5th inning as well. So takes the pitch and takes a good cut, but swings right through it. The count is 0-1. She's not getting cheated up there.
Yeah, she's going to take a hard cut. She had a real solid single last at bat.
And at second base still is Felder, who started the inning with a base hit and has just moved over to second base on a steal earlier, but still in scoring position. 0-1, and that ball popped up infield. Reese Barnes comes behind the circle, calls for it, makes the play for the third out of the inning in the middle of the infield. So for Clayton Ridge, no runs a hit. They leave a runner. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 9-2, Eagles in the lead. TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. We have a nice selection of clean used units available along with new units. Contact Brian, Sawyer, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase. To keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play, schedule your service work with Brian or Nathan by calling 563-245-1100 or stop into TNT Power Sports north of Elkader on Highway 13 for all your sales or service work.
Scooter's Coffee in Manchester offers a variety of coffees, smoothies, blenders, and breakfast food products served all day long. Scooter's Coffee offers fast and friendly service, too. In a hurry? Use the Scooter's Coffee app to order, pay, and earn rewards. Simply stop at the drive-thru window and pick up your order. Scooter's Coffee is open Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. till 8 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. till 8 p.m. We look forward to seeing you at Scooter's Coffee in Manchester.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
Now in the bottom of the 6th inning with a 9-2 lead for Clayton Ridge, Peyton Stannard, Audrey Paulus, Aiden Schutte. That'll be 9-1-2. Actually, correction, 7-8-9 for Central, trying to get on the base paths for 1-2.
I think it'll be Borman, right?
Yep, that's right. Borman entered this game earlier for Peyton Stannard. Borman, a strikeout victim. Her last at-bat. Takes the pitch there, and that's high. Count goes to 1-0. So Tenley Borman entered this ball game in the 3rd inning, has only given up a run, pitching-wise on the mound. And she's likely to probably get the ball in game 2, huh?
I think I would.
Hits a bouncing ball up the first base line. Coach Crary, the assistant coach for Clayton Ridge, cannot get to it. It's up the right field line, and the count goes to 1-1.
The only thing you might worry about is, if she wears down a little bit, being a young 8th grader. But she's doing a tremendous job throwing strikes for him.
Warriors scored 2 runs back in the 3rd inning of this ball game. That's been their lone scoring. They scored 2 runs on 4 hits in the inning. They had to put the ball into play. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Popped up. Third baseman moving over to the left. Calling for it there is Patino. Makes the play right near the shortstop, Willie. And it is Borman popping out to short for out number 1. And that brings up now Audrey Paulus, the number 8 hitter. Paulus is 0 for 2, lined out to first. Hit the ball sharp that time. And a strikeout victim back in the 4th inning. So Willie has struck out a total of 5 batters in this game and only 2 walks. First pitch inside to Paulus. Count goes to 1-0.
Yeah, struggled with the first 3 or 4 batters of the game, but after that she hasn't had to work real hard with the count.
And here is the 1-0 pitch. It's downstairs. Count is 2-0. She has not fallen behind on a lot of hitters since. She's, again, been very effective on the mound for Clayton Ridge tonight. You mentioned the first inning, but since then, she's done her job, throwing strikes, making the team put the ball into play. 2-0 pitch, it's low, count goes to 3-0. And again, we were talking about throwing strikes, doing such a good job getting ahead. She'll have to battle back now.
And announcer's jinx has to be real.
Yep, we've done it a couple of times tonight. 3-0 is the count. If you're the Eagles, you don't want to start giving away free passes here with a 7-run lead at the bottom of the 6th. 3-0 pitch. Swinging, by the way, is Paulus. Bouncing ball. Third baseman Patino. Throw to first. It is not in time. Long throw across the diamond for Patino, and Paulus able to leg it out. Swinging 3-0. Has an infield single for the Warriors with 1 out.
Yeah, good job by Paulus there. Patino just couldn't quite get it out of her glove, and a little bit of an awkward throw, not able to get her at first base.
That is the 7th hit of the ball game for the Warriors. So brings up Aiden Schutte now, the right fielder. Schutte is 1 for 2, hits a bouncing ball. This between short and third, fielded by Patino. She'll go to second. They'll get the force out there. Felder covers the bag. Paulus slides in just late at second base. Force out at second base for out number 2. Schutte safe on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, a lot stronger throw there by Patino. Did a much better job of gripping that ball out of her glove than the earlier play.
2 outs, top of the lineup, and Reese Barons is up to bat. Barons is 2 for 3, flew out to left field, singled in and scored in the 3rd inning, and also singled in the 4th inning. So Reese Barons 2 for 3. They again will bring in a pinch runner for Schutte here, and this will be Kendall Wagner once again entering the ball game for the Warriors. So that should take Schutte out of the ball game.
Right, because you can't courtesy run.
Right.
Unless it's
Here's a bouncing ball past the glove of Patino into left field. It's a base hit. Reese Barons has her 3rd hit of the ball game. And there's runners on second and first with 2 outs here for the Warriors, trying to get something going here in the bottom of the 6th. Oakley Armstrong is up to bat. Armstrong is 0 for 2, walked in the 1st inning. Safe on the fielder's choice and scored in the 3rd and lined out to center field. Hit that ball on a rope, by the way, to Ostrander, which ended things in the 4th inning. So 2 on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And again, our score 9-2. Clayton Ridge in the lead. And moving on over to second base, by the way, is Barnes, as there's runners on the corners. And this ball lined into right center field. It's a base hit. Picked up by Reimer in right center field, but the Warriors will score 2. Scoring from third is, once again, the runner Wagner. Barnes waved her out from second. She'll score standing up. It's a base hit, 2 RBIs for Oakley Armstrong, and the Warriors pull back within 9-4.
Yeah, trying to chip away here. Great job there by Armstrong, dropping it into right field.
And again, she's one of your more experienced hitters this season. So up to bat is Ashlyn Scharf. Scharf is 2 for 3, but she's been on base all 3 times and hits a bouncing ball. Third baseman Patino throws it, throw across the diamond, gets by Reimer. She slides off the bag to keep it in front of her, actually, but safe on the throw over on the diamond is Scharf. Patino got caught where she was going there. She was looking to go to second base, realized they didn't have a play, and kind of threw it towards first base, looking towards second base.
Yeah.
And everybody's safe for the Warriors.
Yeah, that's, again, she wasn't quite sure where to go with it. She did a great job gloving it, but just not quite sure where to go with that throw.
So Scharf is safe. Runners on second and first, and that will go as a fielder's choice for Scharf, by the way. And Gracie Kenneker is now up to bat with 2 outs. Can't give an error on the play, but she was looking to make a play at second base, which leads to the fielder's choice. So Gracie Kenneker, who's 0 for 3, hits a bouncing ball. Willie bobbles it, flips it to the second baseman, Felder, and safe at second base will be Willie. Scharf, I should say. Holding at third base is Armstrong. Scharf doing a great job getting from first to second. Alyssa Willie bobbled the ball at short, which gave Scharf a chance.
Yeah, just enough time. Really close play there at second, but great job by Scharf getting down there.
An error charged on the play, and the base is loaded for Central here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Blair Scharf is up to bat. She is 0 for 3, safe on a fielder's choice, and has popped out to second, flew out to center field, takes the pitch for a ball. The count is 1-0. One swing of the bat changes this game in a hurry for the Warriors.
Oh, yeah, they could get right back in this thing.
They've scored 2 runs here in the bottom of the 6th, and the 1-0 pitch, Scharf takes it inside. The count is 2-0. So the Warriors fell down 8-0 in this ball game, but they've continued to battle.
Yeah, they're battling back and have done all this with 2 outs.
So 2-0 is the count. Let's see if she's taken here with the count 2-0. Willie delivers the 2-0 pitch. Scharf swings, pops it up the first base line. Reimer gives chase. It'll fall out of her reach in front of the Clayton Ridge dugout, halfway up the line. And the count goes to 2-1. New life for Blair Scharf.
Yeah, good hustle by Reimer, just not quite able to get that one.
Couple of foul balls that have just fallen out of reach up that first base side. So 2-1 is now the count. Armstrong's at third, Scharf at second, Kenneker is at first base. Here's your 2-1 pitch. It is in the dirt, and the count goes to 3-1 right now. So Willie, who hasn't walked anybody since the first inning, falls behind 3-1 here now to Blair Scharf.
Yeah, no place to put her.
So a base hit, 2 RBIs in this inning from Oakley Armstrong. led to 2 runs on the board. 3-1 pitch, and Sharpless a high fly ball. This is to center field. Ostrander on the run. It's over her head. Hits the top of the fence. It's extra bases. Kennecker waved around from third. They put the brakes on late. Into second base is Blair Scharf with a double, 2 RBIs, and it's 9-6. Warriors back within 3.
Yeah, we've got a new game here. Great piece of hitting by Blair Scharf. Just lifted that one to deep center field.
And they held Kennecker late there at third base. She had a chance to score, but again, you're down big, so you don't want to run yourself out of an inning. And that brings up Crystal Goodrich, the number 9 batter here, to bat this inning. So the 9th batter to bat this inning. And the pitch to Goodrich fouls it up the third base line. The count is 0-1.
Yeah, there would have been a play at home. It would have been a close play. But.
Goodrich 1 for 3, bounced out to short, singled in the third inning, and safe on a fielder's choice. So she's been on base twice. This is the number 6 spot in the lineup. So you have runners on second and third, 4 runs in the inning. And here's a bouncing ball. Shortstop Alyssa Woolley fields it, throw across the diamond, ends the inning right there. Reimer with a good stretch at first base as Goodrich bounces out. But the Warriors send 9 to the plate. They score 4 runs in the inning. They do it on 4 hits, but they leave 2 in scoring position. We go to the 7th, and it's 9-6. Clayton Ridge in the lead. TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. We have a nice selection of clean used units available along with new units. Contact Brian, Sawyer, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase. To keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play, schedule your service work with Brian or Nathan by calling 563-245-1100 or stop into TNT Power Sports north of Alcater on Highway 13 for all your sales or service work.
Brought to you by locally owned and operated NEAT, proudly providing high-quality internet, television, and telephone services at the speed of light to businesses and homes in Northeast Iowa. NEAT also provides computer and network services as well as business phone system sales and service. For more information, visit NEITEL.com or call 877-638-2122. NEAT, connecting you now.
Congratulations to the class of 2024. People's State Bank would like to celebrate by depositing $100 into a new People's checking account for you. Visit one of their convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa to get your account set up and just mention this ad.
The $100 bonus will be deposited in the account within 7 business days after the account has been active for 3 months. To be considered active, the account must have a minimum of 10 transactions and post and settle within the first 3 months of the account opening date. No minimum deposit to open account and no balance required to obtain bonus. Offer valid through 7/31/24.
People's
Eagle Warrior Softball is brought to you in part by Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Agent Lanny Keel, your New York Life Insurance Company agent in Garnavillo, Clayton County Recycling in Monona, Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, member FDIC, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, Carr Auto Group, online at karautogroup.com, Bacon Concrete in Postville, and Furniture Showcase in Oldwine, lighting showroom, flooring, furniture, and window treatments. We now go to the top of the 7th, and we've got a ball game. 9-6 is the score. Clayton Ridge in the lead. They'll send up Alyssa Sodawasser, Carly Willie, and Amira Millard to lead things off here in the top of inning number 7. If you're looking ahead to Central in the bottom of the 7th inning, they will send up 7, 8, and 9, which, by the way, started their 6th inning rally. But they will send up, again, Tinley Borman along with Audrey Paulus and Aiden Schutte. So the Eagles looking to get some insurance here, suddenly needing some in the top of the 7th inning. Sodawasser took the first pitch for a ball. That pitch misses low, and the count is 2-0.
Yeah, the 7, 8, 9 batters started that 4-run inning for the Warriors, so they can do it again.
Central's offense is awake in this ball game after being shut out 2 ball games against Keyhigh. They've put together 6 runs in this ball game. They actually out-hit the Eagles. 2-0 pitch, it's outside. The count is 3-0. But Clayton Ridge, this is, again, an every other inning thing. Remember, they've scored in the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th. And here, Sodawasser, the 2-hitter, looking at a 3-0 count.
Yeah, they like these odd-numbered innings.
Yep, and again, this is where the top of the lineup has been up in all 4 of those innings for Clayton Ridge. That has led to them getting on base. And Sodawasser has been on base 3 of the 4 times. 3-0 pitch, takes it. It is ball number 4. So Sodawasser, who singled and scored in the 1st, singled in the 2nd, walked in the 3rd, bounced out to first base, is the first walk issued by Tinley Borman, but the leadoff runner on here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, she has done a great job not issuing those free passes, but that's her first one.
So now you've got a situation where the Eagles, let's see if they play for a run here, but I would think Carly Willie and Amira Millard and Lola Reimer with 3, 4, and 5. You figure they've got a chance to drive something in.
Yeah, if you're Clayton Ridge, you want to get at least 1 or 2 those insurance runs could be big.
Carly Willie is 1 for 3, but she's been on base 4 times. Hit into a fielder's choice and scored. Also hit into a fielder's choice in the second. Walked and drove in a run in the third. Then singled in a run in the fifth inning, I should say. And that is the last time the Eagles scored. So they've got Sodawasser, who figures to be a threat to go, I would think, to move into scoring position. First pitch, it's in the dirt, and she's going to go anyway because the ball scoots by the catcher, Kenneker. That'll go as a pass ball, and Sodawasser advances into scoring position.
Yeah, she got a nice secondary lead, and then once she saw it was low and in the dirt, she took off.
1-0 is the count now here to Carly Willie. And looking to work here once again is Borman, and Willie pops it up third baseline. It'll hook foul just past the third base bag. Giving it chase was Goodrich. Tried to reach over her left shoulder, trying to make that play. Could not get to it, and it's a ball and a strike.
Yeah, just out of her reach. She was really stretching for that one.
Yeah, she was stretching with the left shoulder as she was dropped that play over to the right, trying to drop down and hustle underneath it, but it was out of her reach. So a ball and a strike now to the 3-hitter for the Eagles. And Tenley Borman on the mound, been solid in relief. 1-1 pitch, it's low. Count goes to 2-1, and Kenneker got that ball as it rolled about halfway between the mound and the plate and keeps it in front of her. It's 2 balls and a strike. Our crowd has continued to add on as this game has went on tonight. A lot of folks out here by us in left field made their way. Some folks over in center field as well. We mentioned the bleachers, pretty full behind, and they've been watching an entertaining game. 2-1 pitch, it's inside. Count goes to 3-1. Nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning. If you're Tenley Borman, finish this thing off strong here in the 7th.
Yeah, first time we've seen her struggle with the strike zone in the 7th inning.
So the count is 3 balls and a strike after issuing a leadoff walk to Sodawasser. So Tenley Borman sets and looking to battle back. 3-1 pitch. It is high. It is ball number 4. So that's back-to-back walks issued by Borman. There's runners on second and first, and there is nobody out for Clayton Ridge, and Amira Millard, the cleanup hitter, is up to bat. Millard has been on base 4 times, walked in a run and scored, safe on an error, also walked in a run in the 3rd inning and delivered an RBI, and then singled in the 5th inning. So she is a total of 1 for 2, but been on base 4 times. Her on base percentage is sky high this year.
Absolutely.
The first 2 games she had reached base all 4 times. And RBI opportunity was second and first. Takes the first pitch. It's inside. Count goes to 1-0. Tenley Borman, who's been pretty darn good in relief here for Central, falls behind again on another hitter.
Yeah, like we were talking, will you throw her the second game? Well, maybe she's wearing down just a little bit. She is young.
And 0-1 may be the case here a little early, as you said. 0-1 is the count. Borman delivers the 0-1 pitch, and Miller bouncing ball. Third baseman stepping on the bag. It's Goodrich, gets it out there. Throw across the diamond. Gets by the first baseman, Blair Scharf. It one-hop the bag. Advancing to third base will be Willie. Staying at second base is Millard, but the force out at third for out number 1. But everybody moves up 60 feet on the air. And Goodrich with a good play for out number 1. Just a tough throw across the diamond.
Yeah, she had a chance there to turn 2, but just couldn't quite get that all the way across the diamond.
So Willie advances to third on the air, and that puts, again, Millard at second base. Sodawasser retired at third base for out number 1, and Lola Reimer is up to bat now. So Goodrich got the first out of the inning. Eagles still in business with 2 on and 1 out. Lola Reimer takes the pitch downstairs. The count is 1-0. Reimer is 0 for 3 in this game, but drove in a run back in the first inning on a ground out to second, bounced back to the mound, popped out to short, and was safe on a fielder's choice. So actually 0 for 4 in this game. But just like Millard has been on base 5 times in this ball game, and Reimer trying to reach base here for the first time tonight. Takes the pitch and lifts that ball down the left field line, lines it foul as Coach Backus has to be on his toes in the third base box.
Yeah, no hits for Reimer tonight, but she's hit the ball hard a bunch of times.
Even on that ground ball to second base, which scored a run, that ball was hit hard to bring in a run. So RBI situation. Eagles trying to score in the top of the 7th inning, trying to add on to a 3-run lead. And Tenley Borman getting ahead on the count. 0-1 to Lola Reimer. Waiting on deck, Malaya Patino. So Borman sets, and here's a bouncing ball. That's into center field. It's a base hit. Scharf quickly gets it into the infield to Borman. A base hit and RBI for Reimer. It is 10-6 Eagles in the lead. Millard holds it third, but Carly Willie scores to pat on the Eagles' lead.
Yeah, big RBI single there by Lola Reimer. She was due as hard as she had been hitting the ball.
And that brings up Patino with one out, still runners on the corners. So the Eagles continue their trend of scoring every other inning. Patino is 0 for 3, walked, struck out, lined out to short, and also flew out to center field. Takes the pitch there inside. Reimer off and running, and again, there's not a throw down. Kenneker looked at second, and then fixed the throw to third, and they concede second base with runners on second and third.
Yeah, and like you said, we see that often.
And it should not go as a stolen base, but a lot of teams give credit. Even in the majors, they give credit for that.
Yeah.
For a stolen base.
Friendly stat keepers.
And pitch to Patino, pops it up. Shortstop Barons, couple of steps back, jumps up for it at the edge of the infield, makes the play. Tracked down well by Reese Barons. Everybody holds. Millard at third, Reimer at second, and out number 2 now here in the 7th. So the Eagles have added on to the lead, but it's a 4-run lead. They led by as much as 8 in this ballgame. And Kira Felder is up to bat. Felder is 2 for 4. Walked, or actually a strikeout victim in the first, singled and scored in the third, popped out to the catcher, and singled in the 6th inning. So she is a couple of hits a bouncing ball right back to the mound, fielded by Borman, throw across the diamond to the first baseman, Blair Scharf, and Felder bounces out to first for the third out of the inning. But for Clayton Ridge, they pick up a run. They do it on a hit. They leave 2. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and it is 10-6 Eagles trying to close the deal.
Life's better when you're under our roof because our agents can help you choose insurance to help protect what matters most. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family could have the help they need to continue to pursue their dreams. Contact Julie Depke, agent at 205 South Main Street in Elkader today.
Products not available in all states. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Boisier Lumber Company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel garage doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Boisier Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Boisier Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center for Midland overhead doors sales and service.
Stop into Nightingale Drug in Guttenberg to find that perfect gift for that special occasion. We have Silver Stars jewelry line, Gans and Carson home decor, Simply Noel purses and bags, Melissa and Doug toys, and baby items. Need that last-minute greeting card? Stop in and see our large selection. We have something for every occasion. Nightingale Drug and Gift Shop, your small-town, family-friendly business, located along Highway 52 in Guttenberg. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
So we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Clayton Ridge scored a run in the top half of the 7th to add on to their lead at 10-6. Central will send up 7, 8, 9 here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and that will be, once again, Tenley Borman, followed by Audrey Paulus and Aiden Schutte up to bat. Their job, find a way in the base paths to get to the top of the lineup.
Yeah, and they were able to do that last inning, scoring 4 runs. If they can do that again, can get this game into extra innings.
So 10-6 is our score. Clayton Ridge has led the entire game, led by as much as 8-0 in the 3rd inning. So Borman is 0 for 2, struck out back in the 3rd inning, popped out to short, takes that first pitch. It's a ball. The count is 1-0. Warriors likely taking a strike here, you would think?
Yeah, I think especially the bottom of the lineup probably. You know, get to some of those top hitters, you might give them a little more leeway.
So 1-0, and the 1-0 pitch, it is inside and high. The count is 2-0. This is where we mentioned that Borman, just a young 8th grader, not a tall 8th grader at all. Again, she's an 8th grader. But this is a hard girl to throw strikes to.
Yeah, not a big strike zone there.
2-0 pitch, takes it. It's a strike at the knees. Good job by Willie. 2 balls and a strike. Carly Willie is in her 7th inning of work. Central has 10 hits in this ball game. Clayton Ridge has a total of 8 hits in this game. Correction, they have a total of 9 hits. And that ball is fouled back. and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it's really those early walks that kind of been the difference in the game.
Yeah, that was for Central. That gave the Eagles a number of runs, number of base runners, and they took advantage of those 8 walks that they saw in the first 3 innings of the ball game. So 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2-2 pitch to Borman, takes it, just missing outside is Willie. Count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. She didn't miss by that much.
No, must have just been off the outside edge there.
So full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And here's the 3-2 pitch, bouncing ball, shortstop Willie. Nice fielding as she moves over towards second base in front of it. Gets it on the second hop, throws across the diamond to Reimer, and it's 1 up and 1 down here on the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, real nice play there. She had to get that on the short hop and did a really nice job.
Audrey Paulus now up to bat. Paulus is 1 for 3, lined out to the first baseman, struck out back in the 4th inning and singled as part of the 4-run 6th inning. So Audrey Paulus is now up to bat. And here is the first pitch, and that ball popped up. Shortstop, that is again, actually Alyssa Willie, behind her sister in the center circle, makes the play at the edge of the circle. Paulus pops out to short, and there is out number 2 now.
Yeah, sister helping out sister there big time on the last 2 batters.
So Aiden Schutte is up to bat, who's been replaced twice. So they must have designated the courtesy runner for her in this ball game.
Yeah, I didn't know if you could do that or if it had to be for a pitcher or catcher. But
Schutte is 1 for 3 with a base hit in the first. Strikeout victim in the 4th. Safe on a fielder's choice. Swings right through the first pitch there. The count is 0-1. Warriors down to their final strike here in the 7th.
Yep, they're running on fumes here. See if they can get something going.
And now down to their final 2 strikes. 0-1 pitch, taking a pitch and a strike at the knees is Schutte. The count is 0-2. Carly Willie trying to get it over with here without letting the Warriors get to the top of the lineup.
Yeah, it could be an all Willie inning here.
0-2 is now the count. 0-2 offering to Schutte, swings right through it. Carly Willie finishes it off. Strikeout number 6, and the Warriors go down in order in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Eagles score early and they hang on late. Clayton Ridge improves to 3-0 in the conference. They defeat Central by a final score of 10-6. With the win, the Eagles 3-2, 3-0 in the conference. Central drops to 0-7, 0-3 in the conference. We'll take a break. When we return, game stats and coaching interviews. Your post-game show coming up. You're listening to high school softball from KEDR Sports.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
It's pretty unusual for a bank to be 100% employee-owned, and Freedom Bank wouldn't have it any other way. Employee-owned means we're not just your bank, we're your friends and neighbors. We value being active community partners, and we believe in donating generously to local causes. We empower success, not just for our customers, but for our communities as well. Visit Freedom Bank in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Walk-On, or online at freedombnk.com. Member FDIC.
Your business is your pride and joy. You raised it with hard work from nothing but a dream. And since you care so much, naturally you want to protect it. An insurance policy from West Bend and Gifford Insurance is the best way to keep it happy, healthy, and profitable. We'll wrap it in the cozy warmth of the silver lining. To find out more about a business insurance policy from West Bend, contact Michael Beck, agent with Gifford Insurance Agency in Elkader at 245-1360.
Eagle Warrior Softball is brought to you in part by Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg, Grau Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, the Loena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Innovative Ag Services in Elkader, Monona and Waukon, and Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. This is KEDR Elkader, Iowa. Clayton Ridge wins by a final score of 10-6. Our winning pitcher in this ball game is Alyssa Willie. Willie goes 7 innings, allowing 10 hits, 6 runs, walked 2, and struck out 6. Really did a good job just throwing strikes in this game.
Yeah, just like we saw last week. Got off to maybe a little bit of a slow start that first inning, but after that, she did a great job of throwing strikes.
For Central, Ashlyn Scharf takes the loss. Scharf went 2 1/3 innings, allowed 4 hits, 8 runs, walked 8, struck out 3. But the good news is that Tenley Borman came in with 3 2/3 solid innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, walked 2, and struck out 1 in this ball game. The young 8th grader throwing well for them.
Yeah, again, not overpowering. But throwing strikes, just doing her job.
All right, we're going to begin our post-game show. We're joined by Clayton Ridge softball coach Ben Backus. Sorry, Matt's the older brother. But Ben, first off here, great start to this ball game. Let's start at the plate. Very patient right away.
Yeah, nope. We kind of told them, hey, we got to make sure we watch every single ball first. Once we get that first strike, then it's game on. Just to be aware of it. I mean, statistics, they were able to walk a few kids prior games, and so we want to take that advantage as well.
All right, obviously the top of your lineup just continues to do great things for you. Audrey Ostrander was 2 for 4, scored 3 runs in this ball game, 2 RBIs. Alyssa Sodawasser 2 for 3. Carly Willie on base 5 times.
Yeah, no, the top part of this outline is pretty good. So they're doing awesome. They keep getting those bats on.
Let's talk a little bit about Carly Willie on the mound. Again, just through strikes. That's the big thing.
Yeah, yep. Maybe didn't have her as big of a mojo as a previous game, but she's able to get it done, fight through it a little bit, kind of have a few more balls than last time, but we were able to fight through, and the team backed her up with that.
All right, defensively, not a bad performance tonight. Couple of nice plays defensively, especially Ostrander in center field.
Yeah, nope. I compared this game within being right in the middle of performance. We didn't do everything terrible, but we also didn't do good things as well. So right in the middle, just kind of small things all around. But yes, they did a great job infield and outfield, making sure they back up our pitcher.
All right, obviously you took time when Central was coming back. What was that conversation about on the mound?
Yeah, just making sure we breathe. So sometimes we get ourselves so worked up and anxious that we just got to breathe and be in the moment, and it actually paid off. I think they did a couple 1 or 2 outs, and then we were able to be out of there. So I just got to breathe and be ready.
All right, I'm going to ask you this question. Were we the only ones that caught the drop third strike with the bases loaded?
Yes, yep. No, I totally even didn't realize that. I think both coaches missed that one.
All right, we wanted to make sure that we were watching the same game.
Yep.
All right, what's coming up for game number 2 for you guys?
Just make sure that we're patient at the plate. Again, being patient, watching the ball all the way through, and sometimes we're getting worked up so much that we just want to try and crush it. But we gotta. I know their pitchers are maybe a little slower, but they're able to put it where it's supposed to be. So we just gotta be patient and be ready when
what
it's
do
our
you
time.
do pitching wise? Carly, go for you again.
I don't know yet. We're gonna look at it. I'm gonna talk to her here real quick. She could start, but I think Felder's gonna have an appearance. I don't know when, but sometime in this game.
All right, Coach. Off to 3-0 start in the conference. Good luck to you guys.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for being
Again,
here.
Central softball or Clayton Ridge softball coach Ben Backus. We continue our post-game show. We're joined by Central coach once again Abby Kummer. Coach, first off here, let's talk about the positive. And you got the bats going for the first time really this season.
Yeah, that was definitely good to see. It just took a little bit, which I knew that was a key to the game, was to get on those bats right away. But I'm glad we did eventually. Kept it close, and it's better than letting it be a blowout.
Well, you're now 8-0,
Yep.
and I think that says something about the kids' approach.
Yep, I definitely may or may not have gotten onto them, and I was like, ladies, there's no reason we can't be hitting the ball and watching, because she was getting tired there and throwing a lot more walks, and I just said, you got to be confident. Got to be confident.
All right, let's talk about the lineup. Reese Behrens, Oakley Armstrong, Ashlyn Scharf, top trendsetters for you. They scored 5 years, 6 runs. They were on base. I think they had 6 hits between the 3.
Yep, Reese Behrens did a really good job. She found her pitches, got good hits. Really proud of her. Oakley, same thing. Got on when we needed her. Ashlyn got some hits. They didn't really field it. Got on base. That's what we needed.
Also, Blair Scharf had a big double
yes.
to give you guys, again, a fighting chance at that point.
Yeah, I said, Blair, it's all about confidence. And she delivered. Proud of her.
All right, pitching-wise, let's give some props there to the job that Tenley Borman did coming in for you.
Oh, yeah. Super proud of her. I started Ashlyn. She did what she needed to do. Tenley came in, did an amazing job. I think it's really hard for batters to adjust to her speed. She did what we needed her to do, and I was proud of her.
Yeah,
she works hard.
The big thing is only 2 walks. I mean,
Yep.
3 strikes for the most part.
Yep.
Defensively, not a bad game for you guys at all tonight.
No, started out, like I said, a little slow, and I told the ladies we got to be ready to go right away. But, yeah, eventually we got in there, did what we needed to do, but just wasn't enough. But still proud of them. We worked hard.
All right, what's coming up for game number 2? Who are you looking to throw?
That's a good question. We'll see how Tenley's feeling. If not, Blair Scherf will come in maybe.
All right, Coach. We look forward. Good luck to you in game number 2.
Thank you.
We'll catch you next week against North Fayette Valley. Good luck to you guys.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Central softball coach Abby Kummer talking things over about our Warrior team. As again, our final score of the ball game is 10-6. The Eagles victorious. Here's the totals: Clayton Ridge 10 runs, 9 hits. They committed 2 errors. Central 6 runs, 10 hits. They committed 2 errors. Totals for the Eagles: Audrey Ostrander was 2 for 4, 3 runs scored and 2 RBI. She reached base 3 times from the leadoff spot. Alyssa Sodowasser was 2 for 3 in this ball game of the runs scored. Carly Willie was 1 for 3, scored 2 runs, but reached base 5 times. She also drove in 2 runs in this ball game. Meanwhile, Amira Millard was 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a run scored. Lola Reimer was 1 for 5 but drove in 2 runs in this ball game. Malia Patino was 1 for 4. Kira Felder was 2 for 4 and scored a run in this game. Alyssa Willie was 1 for 3 with a run scored and an RBI. Bryn Meyer was 0 for 2 and scored a run. Again, for the Eagles, 10 runs in this ball game. They do it on a total of 9 hits and 2 errors, helped out by 8 walks. Actually, 10 walks total.
Yeah, and that was the difference in the game right there. Both teams hit the ball about the same, played about the same defense. It was just those walks really were too much to overcome for the Warriors.
Let's go to the totals now for Central. Reese Barons, 3 for 4, scored 2 runs, on base 3 times from the leadoff spot. Oakley Armstrong, 1 for 3, 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs. Ashlyn Sharp, 2 for 3 with a run scored. Gracie Kenneker, 0 for 4. Blair Scharf was 1 for 3 with a double and 2 RBIs. Crystal Goodrich was 1 for 4. Peyton Standard was 0 for 1. Tenley Borman was 0 for 3. Audrey Paulus was 1 for 4. And Aiden Schutte was 1 for 4. Her position, Wagner, came in and scored a run in this ball game for Central. For Central, 6 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors. They actually out-hit the Eagles.
Yeah, they did a nice job once they got their bats going, especially... Oh, what inning was it? Was it the 6th that they really did a nice job?
Yeah, scored 2 in the 3rd, but the 6th inning was their best.
Yeah. Yep.
So 10-6 is our final score. It is Clayton Ridge victorious over Central. And the Eagles now 3-0 in the conference here early.
Yeah, just a tremendous start for Coach Backus and the Eagles. Maybe a little bit of a surprise considering he's kind of raw himself with softball his first year, but they're just doing a great job. And like we talked about, a lot of it is just that pitcher throwing strikes and making the other teams earn their runs.
And Central is still winless, but again, they take some positive with a nice throwing in relief by their 8th grader and offensively breaking out finally.
Yeah, and I think, maybe you see that. You see how important it is to throw strikes, not give those free passes, and yeah, maybe some confidence from their hitters a little bit. They got the bats going, and maybe that can carry over in a game too.
So again, our final score, it is 10-6. It is Clayton Ridge victorious over Central. With the win, again, the Eagles 3-2, 3-0 in the conference. Central drops to 0-7, 0-3 in the conference. We'll see you next Wednesday night, Coach.
Sounds great.
That's our next broadcast. It'll be Central at North Fayette Valley on deck show at 4:30, first pitch at 5 o'clock on June 19th here on KEDR AM 1400 and FM 96.7. For Coach Mike Sass, I'm Dan Behrens. My thanks once again for Ty Kennett for running our studio show tonight. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlights, scores, and more, go to KCTN.com and click on the Sports tab. This has been a presentation of KEDR Sports.
Inspiring changes to a happier, healthier you is what we do at Clayton Drug. We are committed to helping you achieve the highest quality of life possible. We are a full-service pharmacy offering services such as med packing to your home or mail delivery and online prescription refill. We also offer a cash pricing program on name brand and generic prescriptions. Call 563-245-2530 to find out more. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to serve us all in between.
Eagle Warrior Softball is brought to you in part by Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic. Check out career opportunities at guttenberghospital.org. Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, and Adverse Weather Insurance. Jim Furman of Volga, your independent crop insurance agent.